Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Welcome to tradertv.live. North American stock futures trying here, but we are in negative territory to start things off for all three major U.S. indexes, coming off basically a muted session for the overall market yesterday. Although what a day it was for individual stocks. We're seeing all of these meme stocks back in crazy volume land to start things off in the pre-market here. We're going to jump right into meme stocks here in a couple of minutes. On an individual level, we also saw energy shares with a big day yesterday. Again, 2.5-year highs for crude oil, so energy stocks remained in focus. We got the ADP employment report out this morning. That is the private sector adding way more jobs, 300,000+ more jobs than expected. Last month, we'll get the non-farm payrolls report coming out Friday morning at 8:30. Always closely watched. So heads up tomorrow morning at 8:30, that number will come out. Yeah, AMC, 25 million shares already traded in the pre-market, a big time. We'll talk about space coming up here. Tesla to the downside again this morning as well. More recalls for Tesla. It's Thursday, June 3rd, 2021. TraderTV.live starts now. Numbers right across the board to start. As I mentioned, the NASDAQ leading 1% at this point. S&P 0.7, the Dow in and around there, 0.6 to the downside. TSX futures here in Toronto, 0.4%. Brazil's open trading already up 0.8%. You can see Bitcoin and Ethereum having nice days, bouncing back, both about 3% in positive territory so far. Good morning, guys. It's Thursday morning. Let's just get right into it because it's inevitable that we're going to talk about these meme stocks today. I mean, this is just impressive volume. It was impressive volume for the past 2 days on AMC. Here we go again.
Yeah, let's call them these squeeze stocks. And there's so many, it feels like there's more and more each day, but the reality is some of the ones that participated, you're missing out if you only look at AMC. And Workhorse is all over, it was to the moon as well. But just on the afternoon show, and welcome back, guys. Those of you that tuned in, joking aside, we were talking about, oh yeah, probably gap up and then sell off in the pre-market before finding a bottom and then run, because that's essentially what happened yesterday morning, right? It was a gap up and then sold off, majority of the pre-market dumped, and then there was a big buy. I mean, if history is going to start repeating itself every single day, I mean, I don't know what we're going to do here. The difference, of course, being another share offering, and we're going to be talking a little bit about AMC, maybe breaking back to the 60. It's consolidating. But man, like Workhorse is up another 15%. And what, I mean, Bed Bath & Beyond, again, is making moves. There's this, Virgin Galactic, we'll talk about that. There's actually some news there as well. Got to make sure you narrow your focus. I mean, a lot of day traders will probably just be trading like AMC and nothing else here. But there is no wrong answer into which one of these is going to provide you an opportunity to move, because they're all there. They're all doing volume, and they're all on our watch list as well. It's going to be another wild one, Sean.
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild one for sure. We're gonna be looking at, and I put out the sticky note today, and basically exactly like what Neil said. There's not, I mean, find it. We're gonna put it up on Twitter, but it's not too many names. I mean, it's some of the meme names. It's Palantir, it's Neo, and a couple key levels there to look at. So I mean, I really like this Bed Bath & Beyond here, breaking back down below 37. So that's gonna be a level to look at here. I mean, we're still at 39, but yeah, as you can see, this name down 12%. Right now, off of yesterday. Just the volume came in like madness at about 10 o'clock, 10:30 yesterday, spiking this thing from 27 to 48. So we got a double base, I mean, not a double, but 70% yesterday, up there. So now we'll wait to see what it does today, but there's this key level here. It kept bouncing off 37, 38 yesterday. Let's see if we can't take that again. Actually, maybe it's 37.50 that we like, but we'll wait for 37. But 37.50 is a good level there. Yeah, welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us today. It's going to be, look, it's going to be a super fun day. We're releasing videos left, right, and center. Trade of the day was great yesterday. We'll see if we can do more today. And the content keeps getting pumped out, and we're going to be here for you every single day. So stick with us, trade. Yesterday I had think it was 55 executions on AMC. We'll look to see how many we can do today.
Might be, I feel, a little bit north of 55 this morning with this kind of volume. Worth noting, guys, the weekly jobless claims number down about 20,000 week over week, so 385,000 for U.S. There's no reaction to the market, but that was another number that just came out there at 8:30. Before we get too far ahead of ourselves here, let's get over to the desk and say good morning to Miss V.
Hi guys, I wish you an interesting and busy trading day. Please enjoy the show and make sure to smash the like button. Let's get it started, Brandon.
Yeah, interesting is a good term for today because if you blink, you might miss the morning. I feel it's going to be a very busy one. We were talking yesterday in the afternoon, if you joined us for the afternoon show, about how this list, guys, just continues to grow almost on a daily basis. I don't even know what the final number was that I came up with this morning, but I mean, it's got to be pushing 15 to 20 different symbols that are all, up a certain amount this morning, have a short interest above a certain amount this morning, doing X amount of relative volume. AMC, obviously the leader here. I mean, just look at the volume column this morning and you'll find out why. There's so many to discuss. We're going to try and dig into multiple different stocks here to give you guys ideas. But I think it's worth mentioning right out of the gate here, we might see volume kind of shifting throughout this group throughout the day, from symbol to symbol to symbol to symbol kind of thing. So you have to be kind of nimble and active and understand what the main focus is at any given time.
100%, and 14 is a number that you I think we have on the watch list there, and there's a few more that are probably worth watching. We're going to have the best ones for you to the best of our ability. One of the things you mentioned there, and we all remember when that halt happened yesterday, the top, 61.73 halt right at 12.26. Hey, 12.26. That's a good one. I like that month and date as well. Workhorse at that particular time, and you can probably look at a few other names, but you go back to that 12.26. And it was very interesting because almost every one of these names at that particular time, when they had that halt and the gap down, you're going to see the move come back in on Workhorse when it flushed. Several other names at that particular time when there was the reopen on AMC got into secondary runs that were almost more impressive. And I'm only putting Workhorse up here because the follow through when it made its secondary move, it's like the money just went over to Workhorse. Now, it was an impressive run in the afternoon on AMC as well, but the breaks that were happening in Workhorse were just absolutely tremendous. And it's easy to get tunnel vision on an AMC, but if you see a halt, these stocks are all doing such decent volume or fantastic volume. If you see a halt in one or two, you might want to jump over to another name on your list when trade does continue on there. And especially, you can find continuations of trend trades that are going on. I'll be looking probably at a few of the same ones. I mean, Workhorse, Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry is certainly always on my watch. Looking actually a little bit stronger today than it was yesterday. And we talked about the 1666 level. So are you going to trade 14 symbols? No, that's not why they're on that watch list, but you can find some patterns, find the direction that you like in a small handful, and that's the way to go about it. But I'll be watching for halts because I feel like that's a good time to shift attention. And of course, I like some of those reopen plays on the halts, and was a great one on AMC. I'm kind of hoping for the same thing again, that if you get a trade halt, there'll be a big one there as well.
Yeah, so I'll look at BlackBerry right now. What's up, Daniel, talking on the chat here. Why don't we ever talk about BlackBerry? But we do. Okay, so 18. I don't have my charts all the way back. I mean, the high in the pre-market, 19, like it got up there, but I don't really care about those levels. Let's just see what's happening right now. I mean, you could get a break here really soon. And we're going to go long at 18. So we'll go long through 18 here on a BlackBerry break. It's already up that 16%. I actually dumped some of my shares yesterday at 1660. Obviously missed out a little bit on that one. So we'll wait to see now. We still got about a third left. Thought that was a pretty good run up. You could see what BlackBerry's done the last couple of days, 8, 9, 10, things like that. My price was stuck in and around here. So 12 or 13, I got long after all this stuff, thinking that we would pop again. So I was holding this thing against me. And then yesterday, saw that crazy move. So we got out a BlackBerry. And then today, well, we didn't get out. We're still in, thank God. We're still in some of it, but about a third left. So we're going to take an 18 break. It looks like the volume's starting to ramp up. If you look at the imbalance locator, I mean, that's part of the reason why you guys are here. And that's not why, because it's not there. But here it is right here. Look at this. 2.3 million right now on BlackBerry to buy. So Yeah, CCL, I couldn't believe this is at 31, I think. Yeah, $31 CCL there as well. AHT is another name that we were trading early. I remember going long in like $1 something on this name. That was crazy. So here goes BlackBerry, guys. We're taking an 18 break long. So let's see what happens. It's only 840. So, you know, again, a lot of these levels that we've written down on here are going to get busted, right? So you got to look out. Watch the sticky note, watch our watch list, and we should be able to lead you to the promised land like we did yesterday. I finished up probably one of my best days in a long time yesterday. So Mr. Rahim Alani is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. So get ready for a big guest with Brendan very, very soon. Take it away, Brendo.
Yeah, we're going to shift gears a little bit with Rahim. We usually talk about specific sectors, but we'll give you a little bit of a discussion this morning on some stocks north of the border in Canada here that also have a high short percentage or a high short interest in their float and may be worth a watch over the next few days. Neil and I were discussing in the pre-market here, you know, I've never, in as long as I've been doing this, been sitting here in the afternoon seeing so many different stocks making moves like we saw in the afternoon yesterday. And I mean, you know, 15, 20+% on volume. It seemed to just spread as the day kind of went on, guys. So it's worth taking a second to understand, you know, where are the opportunities that could come maybe, you know, before this week is over or even heading into next week.
That's certainly the thing. Like you start to ask yourself, okay, well, the data was there to a certain extent. And of course, you can find short interest all over the place, but you know you can get differing numbers based on the estimates that are being made. But you always look for where those other opportunities. And a good place to start sometimes, obviously, you know, can be looking at names that have been depressed and beaten up and fell out of favor, or been in the news, and things like, you know, something like a Clover, which would fits that category and certainly fits that bill. Then you double check, you see the short interest, and that's how you might come to some of those types of plays. So looking forward, that's what you want to try to be able to understand is, okay, well, where is the heavy institutional short interest? Are there other catalysts that can cause like a bit of a run? I mean, Bed Bath & Beyond actually had some news there, which probably gave it a little bit of an extra push. You know, AMC maybe, look, at the end of the day, AMC also was a bit of a reopen play as well. So that can factor into it. So there's a lot of things that go into it from a structure standpoint, but certainly it's not just about scanning for short interest. I mean, there's a few other things these things have in common here. And, you know, I can pull up a million of these. But Clover just happened to be one that I missed on the radar, at least in terms of yesterday. And it's up another 11% today. I mean, you just made a break at 950. So, I mean, I'm sitting here waiting for Workhorse to break 1365. And then you hear Clover with basically the exact same setup, a sell-off on the AMC dump after that offering, consolidation, and then consolidation break at 950. So similar setup to what I'm looking at Workhorse, only Workhorse never dumped as much. So Clover off to the races. Like, there's just entirely too many of these, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, we on our list, there's tons of these names. So it's just a matter of picking the right ones and watching them. I mean, this is a name here yesterday that started to go as well off that news, right? So right at 11 o'clock, look at the volume. We weren't able to find anything on rocket companies, but again, probably just the fact that it's got caught up in this whole, I mean, I'm tired of calling these things meme stocks. I mean,
squeeze stocks.
That's just, I don't know, squeeze stocks, even squeeze stocks. I don't know what I like. But anyways, Rocket is another one of those names here today that is down. So like Bed Bath & Beyond, Rocket not down 11%, but again, if you're gonna short something, this one doesn't seem to have the legs that a lot of these other ones do. I mean, you see BlackBerry up again, another 15, 20%. Maybe we'll talk to Rahim even about BlackBerry there, you know, a big Canadian name as well. But yeah, up to $20 now, Rocket. If it takes out 20, then I think, you know, we can retest this high. But again, the volume, like, you see what I'm saying? Like sleep, and then all of a sudden it just comes in. So that's why, like, I just want everybody, you know what, I'll just call it up on, before I throw over to Brendan over there, I just want to bring up this one more time just to show people what I'm talking about here. Like, so this is the sticky note today, but look, this is what I want. I mean, I even called it a meme stock, but it's a meme stock day, but you have to look, and that's an @ sign, not an E, but look at volume, right? And so we'll look at Palantir, we'll look at Neo, AMC, and Bed Bath & Beyond, but if you're going to trade anything, Neil's talking about Workhorse, we're talking about, I mean, BlackBerry, the volume's already there, but if volume comes into any of these names, obviously Brendan will hit us up, you will hit us up on the chat as well. We never know what names could go. It could be Ford, like it could be AMD. There could be lots of different names that go today, so very, very important that we watch out for the market. What is the market doing? Which stocks are they choosing to run up or down today? And we'll be all over those. So I'm going to look at Rocket 320 as a little undercover brother right there.
As promised, Rahim Alani, Managing Director of OCI Groups here in Toronto, joining us to discuss a little bit about, maybe opportunities that are still to come. This is first of all, welcome, good to see you.
Thank you.
It's an interesting week, a busy week because of what is happening here. The focus has shifted, almost entirely, it seems, to this group that has been, pushed to levels that are just astronomical. But it's worth us taking a moment, I think, to kind of look for other opportunities that may still be to come. So we're going to talk about some names here, guys, that are listed primarily in Canada. Some actually are dual listed. BlackBerry is one of them. So we're going to talk about BlackBerry here because the primary listing is here in Toronto. But the first one, Trillium in Toronto, which is TRIL.TO.
Yeah, so I think the differentiation between the Canada and U.S. markets is important to sort of look at, because Canada, unlike the U.S., we're a more conservative country, so you're going to have just different levels of the ability to borrow, and short is the first big thing to take away. So in Canada, you'll pay maybe on a fund manager side, 30 bips to maybe up to 1% on the borrow. And when you have that sort of smaller, tighter range, it's decent, but because if a lower liquidity name, you may not be able to get that same level of borrow. You may be paying 20, 30%, 40%. You may even not be able to get a borrow. So
right.
when that comes into play, you really have to think about how much are you willing to spend to get that borrow, and how much you're willing to spend to get that short. Because if you don't have enough money to make on the short, then why are you going to do it?
And it's a good point to make, because with some of the U.S. listed borrows, you might get 5 mils. You might get, even 1 or 2, which is super cheap, right? So it makes more sense to kind of dig into a position that way.
And so, sorry, I diverted off a trail first, but just wanted to explain why the Canadian market's a little bit different than the U.S., but there are still a ton of opportunities that people look at the Canadian market where you are able to get those borrows. And they're into cancer therapies they're trying to come up with. Again, one, you may look at that because essentially with companies that are doing trials, it's almost comes down to a coin flip, right? And depending on how far they've developed the drug and their process of what they're trying to treat. If it goes, it's going to go to the moon, and if it doesn't, then it's going to zero, right? So it just depends on which way you view where they are in their process. And so those are ones that people may, on the short side, look at to say, listen, if they don't make it, it's going to go all the way down. And that also impacts their ability to raise cash.
Right. So this one, guys, is interlisted on the NASDAQ, so you can also look at TRIL.NQ. Not doing a heck of a lot here in the pre-market, but one that is relatively high on the short float side of things. So worth a mention. Now, we've been trading BlackBerry, but BlackBerry also is listed in Toronto.
Right. Domiciled out of Canada, obviously, and it was a Canadian darling in the tech market for a number of years. And all of us, I think every single one of us here had BlackBerries. So to see it pop back up.
Some of us still do.
I think all of us have a collection of old BlackBerries for sure at home. And hopefully, one day they can start making devices again, but that's another subject for another day. Yeah, so BlackBerry, again, it was interesting to see it pop up during that whole, I don't want to call it the meme stocks like Sean said. Let's come up with a better term for it. But when BlackBerry popped up, it was interesting to see what was happening there. Because again, BlackBerry, they have pivoted their business model, moved a little bit out of the hardware side, focused on the software. And to see what, the new CEO is bringing back changes, and he expects things to be better on that side. But again, it did pop up on the meme stock calendar of items, and so that led to people playing on the short side of it. So if you look at the chart again, like you talked about, it's been all over the place, and it is a well-known Canadian name though.
Yeah, let's go to Fairfax Financial. I was just going to pull up a quote here.
And so yeah, Fairfax wouldn't have struck me as a name that would have been shorted. But because of their position and their tie into how much they own of BlackBerry, that might be the reason that people are sort of trying to play both sides of it, that if they can get the short on the BlackBerry side,
right,
if not get the short on the Fairfax side. Because you look at the price point on Fairfax, that wouldn't strike you as a name that you want to just jump out and short, right?
Yeah, and I think we have to speak in relative terms here, because it's I think around 6 or 8%. So it's not that 20 plus or 30 plus that we see in the U.S. But still, as we said, for Canadian listings, it's definitely high.
Yeah, no, and again, just given the size of the company, because Fairfax is in insurance, they're in asset management, they've got assets all over the world. So, you know, when Fairfax popped up on that radar, I was actually surprised that it would. But again, because of the tide of BlackBerry, I think people are just looking at a different way to play the BlackBerry trade.
Right. Now, one that kind of surprised me this morning when I was looking around for these was an energy name, Suncor,
Right.
Which you would think is not necessarily one that may fit the bill, but is definitely high.
Yeah, no, and again, I think when you look at names that people are looking at the short position on, you try to figure out what side of the trade you want to be on and what you're looking to do. Energy names wouldn't, like you said, have struck me as something that people want to get into shorting. Maybe a year ago, for sure. At the beginning of the pandemic, energy names were, you know, significantly lower than where they are now. And over the course of the year, things have improved. People are coming out of the pandemic. People are looking at energy demand spiking. They've had pretty good numbers, Suncor obviously. But I think, again, around energy demand, you would think that the numbers would have suggest that the stock should improve. So why it's being shorted, again, I couldn't tell you, but it's a play and it's an opportunity that for people that are on the short side.
So worth understanding that, you know, from a fundamental standpoint, the difference, you know, between the Canadian markets and the U.S. markets, there is one, but it's still the same concept and the same idea does exist. So worth having a discussion, as always, about, you know, opportunities outside of what the market seems to be so, you know, focused on at the moment. Rahim Alani, OCI Groups here in Toronto. A pleasure as always. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you, sir.
Good stuff. Let's continue along here, guys. We'll jump into some other names that may or may not be included in this once again today. And I speak of Clover Health. It did pop up late in the day yesterday on volume. I mean, we can start going through this list if you guys want to, but it's worth having an idea behind each of these, I feel, today, because volume is definitely there.
Let's just kick it off right now, and we don't need to do anything, any other name right now. Look at BlackBerry. Already doing the damage, man. It's hot dogs for everybody. We talked about going long through 18. It's at 1850 right now. So BlackBerry already giving us our daily goal already. What time is it? 850? There it is. How about 70 cents in the money right now? Well, how about 60 cents in the money right now for BlackBerry? Up another 21%. There it is. We gave this one to you. This was the only, I mean, I don't even have any other orders out. I have some AMC breaks. I have some Bed Bath & Beyond breaks. But there it is again. Just another winner for you. Spin it early.
Money.
All right, there it is. BlackBerry up to the upside there. They must have heard what Rahim said, and we just pop upside right now. People using pearls, I guess, as firewood, but the point is BlackBerry moving today upside. Let's go. There's the big win. We have 40% left on board. We're already out of 60. There you go. We're starting the day off right. We've got you.
Yeah, when we just showed, I mean, Clover had that break, and we showed that on the chart there. We just talked about it, but you know, left you guys with workhorses. Rahim was coming on, and that 65 broke. My stop triggered and actually missed. I guess the spread was a little bit bigger than I expected, but there goes that 1365, and it's exactly the same. I mean, it's a similar looking chart because they all came off when AMC had, you know, the offering, and then they all consolidated and made this breakout here. So workhorse just ran like a 50-cent move, and of course you saw Clover, which did a little bit earlier. Now there's a couple of names here that are not going to be that are not going to necessarily be memes that are moving. For those of you guys in the chat that are talking about JZXN, this is not one of these meme stocks, and the price action is going to tell the story. I know it's gapping to the upside as well. No actionable news that I can find on it, but I am shorting this name. Shorting the memes today, I mean, I'm going to look for halts. I think that's probably the better way to play into the game. If you're just sitting there standing in front of levels, I can tell you that was a good way to get absolutely destroyed. And worth noting, I also looking at that 60 level on AMC, so maybe the offering's a reason why we haven't had that breakout, but I just saw three names all make the same break while AMC is still consolidating. I will still take the break anyways at 60 if it does come in here, but AMC for now doing a tremendous amount of volume in a relatively tight range despite those other breaks.
Yeah, it's a good point. Worth having the NASDAQ halt page up. Sean's very excited this morning. Let's talk about upgrades and downgrades, guys. There's a few on here that are interesting. We've been mentioning the energy stocks past 2 days, kind of leading the market as outside of these stocks that we're talking about this morning. But Oxy and Exxon Mobil down here, both on the upgrade side of things. C3AI, actual news, actual earnings report. Aftermarket yesterday, down big time. Splunk on here as well. They also reported, guys.
Yeah, we're just really, really happy. Slaying dragons already to start the day. We talked about how big our day was yesterday, and then now today we're already starting it up for you guys live here on the show. I mean, just before we talked about taking this 18 break and how easy that was, and we didn't even have to, for this one, unlike Workhorse, we didn't even have to cross, like we got 1805s. I mean, to me, this was one of the most obvious breaks. Everyone on the chat was talking about BlackBerry. It's super popular. We know it's going to get ramped up. It was already doing 25 million shares. So we want to talk as much as we want about AMC. They're the same in volume right now. So not Rocket, AMC and BlackBerry, same volume, same stock. Up 80 cents now, so we might have to take some more off here, man. This is just rocking and rolling. I don't even know why we took some out at 25 there. That's how I trade, and then again at 50. But right now we're going to the upside. Let's take some 80s out here. Who knows how far this thing can go? We also talked about, you want to talk about more names, guys? What about Weed Batman is back in the building today? We talked about this again and again and again. Yesterday I said, we need some catalyst for this name. Apparently not for Tilray. Another day today. I mean, obviously the catalyst is what's happening right now with all these squeezes, but that already broke through. It broke above this 50-period moving average. We've liked that since then. And congratulations to all Tilray longs. And I'm hella long Tilray. That's because Afria got switched over. So there goes Tilray up to the upside again. And man, we're already bang with BlackBerry again, guys. Good idea here as this just keeps on ripping. 19.18 right now, guys. What do we do? Take $1? Uh-oh, AMC going as well. Going. Let's take out some on this one. We're long at 60. How about 60.50? Neil, we mooning, baby. Let's go. What a day to start. Here we go, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's 60. You knew it was going to come eventually. We got that long on AMC on the 60 level. I'm also watching the high of day. I mean, BlackBerry at the high of day, but Workhorse also at the pre-market high, so that move is continuing. And this is like this 1450 area. If you get any kind of a breakthrough here, I mean, we're still a ways away from the market open. I'm actually sitting on the bid. If it turns, I'm buying the dip on this name for sure. We also want to get over to, look, I understand there's a lot of these, and you mentioned you just mentioned Tilray, so I'm remiss if I didn't go to SNDL for just a quick second here because come on. I flipped too many times there. Of course, it's going to be both in the cannabis space, but it is one of these squeeze sort of stocks as well. Come on, chart. Take over a sec. My chart just froze there, Sean.
AMC Apes, AMC Army, AMC whatever you guys want. Great. We're going to tweet this all out, guys. I just told you how hype we are. Bang! Now we're at 61.50 on AMC, guys. No charts, no problem. You don't need charts for these markets, guys. Just go long on everything, apparently. Up, 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 and away. Another, we just took that out right there. 61.09 out on AMC. We took $1.20 now on BlackBerry, guys. Keep the party started here. Everything is rocking and rolling. We don't even need to have, you don't need a watch list today. This is what we're talking about. Remember, we talked about this earlier. I'm going to tweet some stuff out, but you guys can see. Look at volume, watch the meme stocks, watch everything. They're rocking and rolling. This is how we do it. We've already got it. We're hyped up today. One of our best days yesterday. We have 2 negative days last month, 10 on the year, and here goes BlackBerry again. 1940, Rip City. We've got BlackBerry $1.40 in the money. We've got AMC 90 cents in the money. So, hey, man, it's a party over here, and it's nothing but smiles.
It better be nothing but smiles. Sundial, I do usually short the stock. Today is probably not going to be that day. It is doing the same thing where you get this little setup here, and it's got a nice 130 level that looks like it wants to break. Of course, I'm watching AMC because I'm still in my shares to the long side there, and I want to hold on to them as much as I can into the long side. I know you talk about a 130 level. There is a sizable offer, and I think there's a lot of people, day traders. I'm not talking about this short interest, that overnight short. I'm talking about like straight day traders that'll hop on levels like these or in front of massive levels to try to scalp. Usually I'm one of them. So when a 30 level breaks on an AMC or on a Sundial here, you can quickly grab like a scalp trade into like 135, work it into that high a day. Same thing goes with same for me. Like if it's gonna go to that 142 and I'd be shorting the high at 930, I think you got to take some profit off. But I like that break on Sundial. The volume's fantastic, so we'll take this 130 when it goes. Lots of day traders in the short right now. Brendo?
All right, let's get a check on the overall market here, guys. We'll get back to the action in a second. We'll bring Arun in and look at the futures and see what we need to be aware of today because there is an overall market still moving around. We had the ADP number that came out this morning, the private sector number. We have the big one on Friday, Arun, that will definitely be closely watched.
Yeah, absolutely. That was enough. The ADP number was enough to get us up about 10 points or so. But here we go. The movement to the downside still stays within the bands that what I was using, which is 41.55. I had come on yesterday and said anything below 85, I'm looking to buy. That is still in play, but I'm going to be careful. I want to see if we can get above 83 to 85 right now. We're sitting just underneath 80 after trying to get above. If we can get back above the 85 area, I think you can go ahead and take a shot at the long side. You do have some support down here. Just got to make sure that it's still strong enough to get us going. So I'm going to wait for us to get above 85. Above there, you get a shot back to the 4200s. Now, if we get back into the 4200s, same zone as yesterday, 42.10, 15, that area going up to 42.30, that's the stop. So I'd be looking for shorts from 10 going up all the way up to 42.30 on the short side. So we do have a wide band to work with. For now, obviously the markets are down. We just rejected this 41.80 bounce. So I do want to see this market get stronger before I start to get long. But for now, it does look like the bias is slightly to the sell side. So I'd hold off on any purchases just for now. Let's see how much strength we can get and then maybe take a shot at the long side. If the 41.55 breaks, though, it's going to be tough. There's a lot of space to the downside. So the only marker that I would have is if we break 41.55 and get underneath the 50 area or so, then I'd look for a bounce back up into this 70-80 area, looking for a short with stop with 42.05 as the stop. So a lot of ifs, ands, or buts, but for now, let's just say 85 long, 80, a move above 85 gets you long, and a move into the 42.10s, potentially shorts there. But for now, we do have some wide bands to work with.
Great stuff. Thanks so much, Arun. We'll check back in again tomorrow morning. Yeah, going to be an interesting morning tomorrow. We have the non-farm payrolls number coming at 8:30. So will be closely watched by the overall market. I just saw the Dow as well coming off 5 straight winning sessions for the Dow. Let's talk about AMC here for a second, guys, because there was a little bit of news this morning with the offering. So we saw 2 days ago I think it was 8.5 million shares on offering got bought. They ended up selling it later in the day for a huge profit. 11.5 million coming today on an offering for AMC.
Yeah, I mean, they don't care. I mean, at the end of the day, look, and this is the thing, like this is not going to be about the fundamentals at this point anymore. You're not talking about fundamentals. You're simply talking about pure momentum, guys. So the offering does matter probably in the long term, and it makes a lot of sense that they're going to be doing this every time you get a pop up. But you get the sell off, and there was a hard bottom at 52. I'm only going to come back to 52, and then yesterday at the halt is 50.51. On the off chance, this could certainly sell off in the morning or right at 9:30. If it does, I'll never forget the day on GameStop when there was that multi-halt move to the downside, and it was just a God mode long in front of 100 when it finally turned. So one of these days, I'm going to be looking for that trade. I don't know if it's going to be today. Clearly, we're long now, so I don't want it to be going to 50 bucks. But if you get that move off the open, that's what I'll be hunting for. I think if we break like a 55, 56, it'd be game over. Like I'd probably get out of any longs that I currently hold and then look back towards that 50 to 52. From here, you get a 65 break, which I think is possibly in the cards at the open, in which case I'll be out of this trade for sure in front of it and looking for either a dip buy or catching that breakout or successive breakouts. On the way upside, you could have literally just been hitting every even dollar as a breakout style trade when day traders were getting stopped out over and over and over again, and that was a profitable one for you. So you kind of just rinse and repeat whatever worked the day before because clearly this game is not even close to over.
Man, we just, we went long 62 there, but it looks like 62 wants to hold. So we've just been getting a little bit out here on our AMC longs through 62. But, I mean, we're long 60 here. I mean, all the way to 60. There's that 62 long. We're able to get some out just basically for flat here, as it really hasn't broke 62. It's having some big-time problems up here at 62. So we're going to see. I mean, we'll take it if it breaks again, but you can see here by the level 2, or the level 1, I guess. I mean, the level 2 is all over the place with all these NYBs, but you can see right now it's resisting a break here of 62. So if it does break that, I think we're off to the races. But for right now, we're light on AMC until it does break that. It keeps resisting this. So, you know, we've gotten out, but hey, man, we'll take a $2 winner because, hey, you know, sometimes ideas work. And it does today on AMC as we go long through VWAP, breaking 60, just waiting for a key level. Then we had 62 was a key break as well. So right now, I think we hit it right on the head with this 62. I mean, it's on here. It's on here, right here, 62. The only level that we're talking about, 55s and 62s. And it looks like right now, again, I don't know how he picked that level, but 62 is the only level so far that's had any kind of resistance on it. So it doesn't see that, like it's doing millions of shares. It doesn't want to break here. So it gets marketed down 25 pennies. It comes right back up. So you're going to have to watch it. If it breaks 62, then we're off to the races. But hey, man, we've just tweeted everything out. And like I mean, look at this BlackBerry trade, guys. Long 18 right here. All the way to the upside. Maybe we just get out now and wait to see what happens at 20. But BlackBerry, a decent trade. We've already made our one-time daily goal. We've talked about that already. So that's in our pocket. We'll hold light on BlackBerry and see if it can go. And then right now we're virtually flat on AMC. We're just waiting for a 62 break. So hey, there's still 25 minutes before the market even opens. Let's quickly throw up the imbalance locator. There's BlackBerry, still a big buy. You know what we forgot about? We forgot about Nokia. Nokia is one of those names as well. We'll have a look at that. GTT's on there. So a bunch of names to look at today, and we just keep on rocking and rolling. Man, this is a damn good day already.
All right, a little headline here, or not little, big pop. Anyways, on General Motors, guys, big volume just came in on GM. Pushed this thing up to 61.5. I'll show you why. They came out with increased guidance. So they just upped their current quarter guidance for GM, and they also said they're going to increase deliveries to customers in the US and Canada and ramp up production significantly better, the language they're using for the first half of 2021, guys.
Okay, so I'm going to go long Ford. So I just went long Ford right now at 15. I mean, if that's going to be their news, then I don't see why that would be any different for another car company. But this, again, light, right? Like we're not going to give back, you know, any kind of money that we've made on anything here. So we're going to wait. I mean, we just went long, so we will give it back if we lose. There goes AMC again, trying to break through 62. I guess it did. And we did get long there at 6. Nah, see, I got long at 62 even, so I don't think it broke.
No, I don't have it as breaking. Actually, I've moved the stop to get back in at 62.50 just for that exact reason. I think, you know, with the 25 minutes to go. And sorry, guys, I'm looking at GM here because I want to apply. Look, if there's a sell-off on that news and it gets to that 60 level, I want to be buying that dip if I can. Anywhere close to previous close is going to be a good one here. So I moved my stop to 62.50 just to be sure that we're going to the upside on that AMC. And then now GM is on that radar, but I want to be buying that dip. I think there's other names that we can be a little more active on here. And if they sell the news out the open, I want to be a part of that. I want to just going to quickly jump back over to Workhorse if I can, because there's so many. Look, you're going to have a list of what's moving here today. Of course, I can cancel these bids because that's just the breakout trade that we didn't actually catch. We're rolling over. We're starting to turn at the high of the day, and the same thing on BlackBerry. And I think that's maybe why AMC is also slowing down. If this gives a pullback, you got to start thinking about, you know, that higher cluster in front of 14 on Workhorse, which just feels right now relatively stronger. I mean, BlackBerry is the same thing as compared to AMC. So I'll probably be quicker to buy a dip in these two names, in one of these two names, than I would in AMC's. It cannot seem to get through that 62.
I just want to give a big thank you and a shout out to our favorite kind of mom, a gangster hippie soccer mom. So what's up to Karen? Thank you so much for watching. Diamond Hands, love the show. We love you guys as well. And then a big thank you to Chris. I guess you're taking some of those trades with us here. One-time daily goal. And if not, hey, good, man. No matter what trade you're taking, congratulations on all of that, guys. We love you guys. And, you know, just keep coming back. I'm not going anywhere. We're going to be here for you. There's a Ford trade again, nicely in the money. We're long at O's. It's at 03s. I mean, I think we can get to 05s for sure. We'll take a piece off at 05, and then we'll see if we can't get to 10. But we're going to go 3 for 3 here to start the day, guys. I'm holding a small piece of AMC, so don't think that this is anything big, man. It's at 62 long. Look what happened. We got printed at 62, right? We thought it broke. Maybe it did break. I mean, it's showing 62.34, but anyways, I got 62s long, but look where we got out, 70s and 90s. And so now I'm holding a very, very small piece just to watch it go to the downside. So, I mean, you could lose on a small piece, don't get me wrong. So maybe we will get this out at some point, but I just want to hold this, see if we come back to 60 here, and then we'll dance with that at that point. But right now, a nice little move down for AMC. And again, this is why you watch the show. Like, some people will pound their chests, they'll talk about this, but I showed you guys live that 62 was holding, right? It's the only nut level on this sheet. right here, 62 that we have. So it was holding long, or sorry, it was holding the level there, didn't give us the long break. So there it is. You know, not only do we talk a big game, hopefully we trade it with you as well. So there we go, man. Nice little trade there on AMC. If you saw that 62 held and you were long, perfect opportunity to get out. Congratulations if you did.
100% there. Look, there's a lot of names that you can talk about, and I know some of them that aren't traditionally in that group. And someone just in Scott H, you're talking about naked brands there. And look, I got into that. Of course, I got into that sundial when 130 went. I was able to scalp a bit out at 133. It takes some more out at 135. Naked brand falls into that kind of a category as well. So look, if your cup of tea is trading in the smaller cap names or the cheaper names, that's just what you happen to like. There's your naked brands, there's your sundials. If you like the high flyers, there's your AMCs, your Blackberries, and your workhorses. There's something for everybody in this particular market. Obviously, as a day trader, I'd just be a little bit cautionary because the naked brands isn't nearly as strong. It's only up 5% on the move that just broke a lot of these through VWAP and breaking out pre-market levels here at 82. Just not even halfway, well, just barely over halfway to this high at 90 cents. So, you know, I like Sundial particularly just because there is that short squeeze aspect, and it also is in that cannabis space, which is moving just a bit here, guys. So that's why I'm picking Sundial over naked brands. Marlon, I see you. And on any other day, I probably would be looking at FireEye to short it. They do have news. They're on our watch list for that reason, and the market's not taking it very nicely. I just kind of feel like to add that one to the list of things to go into while also trading the meme stocks is going to be a little bit difficult to do. I mean, AMC's trying to take this 60. I'm still looking for that dip buy. We talked about that 56 level, 55, 56 area.
60.
If we get in there, I think that's going to be a good place for a reload. Of course, I don't want to get caught in any halts. I'd get out at the open if 55 were to break and then hunt for that glorious 50. I mean, that bottom was completely insane, Sean. And like, sitting there and not having it after having that short at 62 and not getting that long at 50 yesterday is the bane of my existence because that halt is the way to get in.
I mean, we absolutely, we murdered AMC yesterday. So, yeah, we'll continue to watch it here. There's another winner, so we're going to go 3 for 3 right now. Why did I hit to the moon? Ford's not going to the moon. But there it is, out at 05 a piece right there. So I know it's only 5 cents, guys, but hey, you know, Neil just took 3 or 2 or whatever on Sundial. You have to trade the stock and how it's moving, right? Like, you don't take 10 cents on AMC, you know? You hold for that. So Ford here, up to 05. You take the profit out. We saw yesterday, or was it a couple days ago? Yeah, no, this is a daily chart. Let's go back. I'm too zoomed in here. Let's go back here and just check it out. You see the last time we were here? Yeah, it was yesterday, actually. We got burned on this when we went long through 15 the first time, and then we had to hold it all the way back into the 80s. So right there, 15.02 right now. And by the way, I told you guys FireEye was crap. I told you that months or weeks ago. What's up, Brendo?
Just want to mention real quick, guys, that headline on GM did actually benefit Workhorse here as well. So we're seeing AMC negative. We're seeing a number of these other stocks negative. Yes, this was included yesterday, as we were saying, at the end of the day in this group. But look at this, 24% still for Workhorse, still holding. $14 here for this one.
There's this dude here, though, for 150,000 shares at 14.25, which has me sort of holding off, at least for now, into reloading into long position. I mean, whatever. He's sort of snaking it to the downside here, and he's trying to press off of VWAP. Now, the breakout was at 65, so technically it was actually at 66 because sixes are a thing in the market. So if we can get that little pullback, I just feel like Workhorse, it does have that other aspect going for it, where you do have, again, with the EV space, somewhat similar to cannabis, you've had some of these stocks get into like what could be bullish territory anyways after making hard bottoms, and then you get that newsprint, and that's why I want to slide into some Workhorse if I can do so another time here in front of that 1365. But until that guy's gone, I'll probably hold off on it just a little bit. You're going to talk about this just for a quick second, that JZXN. I see you a couple of guys in there talking about it, the daily chart. Completely garbage. If it pops to 14, I'm going to take another shot shorting it, but not going to be averaging into it. There was support at 1250. So every time I get short, and I had 1335 now, but unable to get anything more. Like I got 50 cents there. Can't get more than like 60 or 65. And this thing was $18 earlier in the pre-market and closed at 9. So, you know, 30 and 50 cent winners in a $13 stock is pretty good, but the follow through has been lacking. So if at the open we pop up, I'm not going to average into it. I'm going to wait to see it test this 14 to 1450 area to try and slide in some shares short. And AMC is starting to come back into that level that we're looking for, guys. Getting a little bit of a drop. We're looking for that 55, 56. We're at 58. Another dollar, and we'll look to get that bounce.
Yeah, we just got out there. We took a 60 and a 62 there. So our average price was 61.
Whoa, this
and
is
then we just dropped through 59, right? So out there, yeah, 59. So a dollar hit, $1.50 hit there on AMC to the downside. But again, guys, like this is the thing. We were highlighting this at 62. There's nothing else I could tell you other than, you know, we gave you that highlight. We got long twice and got out, noticing that there was a problem up there, right? So hopefully you did the same thing and you're able to capture a little bit of profit here as it looks like it wants to go back upside now maybe. We're going to have to wait for where these breaks are going to start to happen, but maybe 59.50. I mean, the 1 minute chart looks crazy right now, but maybe 59.50 or so on the upside here for that. That's where VWAP is, 59.50. So let's take another break if that goes. But Ford right now, guys, hells yeah, there it is, man. Another idea that we had. Stay away. I mean, I could have gone to GM, but we go over to Ford there, and we're long at 15. It's at 15.10. Someone said extra cheese on the Whopper. Hey, how about 2 Whoppers? How about some onion rings on the side now with Ford? But hey, we're cashing in, guys. I hope you are as well.
Brandon?
Yeah,
a couple people talking about this Tellurian Incorporated guys on the watch list as well. TELL up big time, 33% here. There is actual news on this one. This is a natural gas company. They extended a current agreement with Shell, 10-year agreement that could see 12 billion, sorry, not 2 billion, 12 billion over the 10 years in revenue for TELL. So this one definitely positive news for them. They've been on a bit of a run here as well, guys, for TELL.
It's good to distinguish between the gappers that are part of this squeeze play and the ones that are not. And when they had another $10 billion deal recently, Tell. So this is a second one coming through. This stock got watersheded yesterday. I did have a short earlier on off of this level here, yesterday's high at 550. It worked the first time. It didn't the second. I was like, who cares? At that point, you're seeing the other the squeeze stocks start to move. This would normally be set up for a play off of the 6, but this is not a normal day. Let's be honest about it here, guys. And as oh, you got to be kidding me, Workhorse! I had just finished moving back my stop, saying, hey, that seller is going to take this down towards that 1365 where the breakout was around VWAP, and this is me sitting on the bid, and that is the stock. Now back to that same 13 area here. So trying to buy this dip and getting too nimble, sometimes you just got to take that starter position and pay up for it. And it is what it is. I'm going to take it off of that 14. There was a cluster here, 14.15 into 14.25. So whatever, I'll take a starter position, knowing full well that I want more shares down around 13.80. Workhorse is the one I kind of like to the bullish side. So we're going to stick with that thesis, guys. And look, like we said, there's a million names to go to. I think Sundial is going to be easier to add to like multiple. If you're trading multiple names, having one in the small cap, I think is the way to go. Well, for me, I want to be involved in it. This 130 that was the little break, and for a level like that, you don't set a stop order at 130. I just hit 130 itself when it's starting to go. You save yourself an extra penny on a dollar stock. That matters. So now that's the floor. If it holds this, I think we're going to head towards that high of the day. Whew, crazy action. AMC just went back through that 60 level.
That's why we're hitting the siren, guys. There it is. We back, baby. The Moon Gang is back. $60 now ripping upside. We're long 59.60. We just went long through 59.50. Not only that, wow, Ford. Okay, Ford. Like right now, how good is this day going, man? Like chickens around us everywhere today. Look at Ford. I guess you guys were right. Why take that profit? Look at that. Bang, 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 bang. Ford, BlackBerry, AMC. We're reloaded on all of these names, guys. BlackBerry, big time. $1.50 in the money on BlackBerry. Get out those guns, guys. $1 in the money now on AMC. I don't know, we're gonna wait for 62 again. Ford, 25 cents in the money. This is how we're doing it. Thank you for joining us. I know you love the energy. That's what we're here for. Let's keep the party going and keep those dreams alive, gang.
I'm going to hit this guy at 14.25 when he goes on Workhorse. It's like he's sitting there. He's now down to 130,000 shares. This is a real seller, you can tell, because a BS seller would have already pulled that order when it got tested. But if they take that out, instead of waiting for the dip, at that moment, I'm going to take it to the long side. Now, if he drives it down, it just gives me a chance at a better price on Workhorse. So Workhorse, the guy's going to be there. That's fine. I took a starter position already. Just going to go back over. And again, we're talking about AMC because, look, AMC is the jam. I don't know. We'll give it a better name here.
No, that's a good one.
Well, yeah, AMC has been the jam. And ultimately, you get these little breaks. For sure, if we try to hold that 58, it's a good dip buy. But if this breaks down, I want to be standing on the other side of it for that 56.50 area. So I want to have an order locked and loaded and ready to go. And the off chance that we do get a bit of a flush to the downside, we've still held that 62, which is key. That gives us both a breakout price, it gives you a target for longs, it gives you a lot of information, and that's why I want that 62.50. If we can chew through that order, chew through those orders, I should say multiple orders that are hanging around that 62. Sometimes it's not an even dollar level, it's a price area, and there's people selling there, and you can't ignore it, guys. That's what it's all about here. We're showing you level twos, we're showing you the patterns as they emerge because it's an important thing for us to be able to do here. One of these meme stocks, and it took a while to get to it here, but EXPR, this actually had earnings, not that it matters, but EXPR actually had earnings this morning. So the fact that it's relatively weak, maybe this is one of the ones that you can also short as well. And the only reason I'm going to say that is if you do get a high and a bit of a turn that looks like it's one of those halt tops, maybe EXPR is going to be the place to go that you can safely stash away to a short side trade. All that being said, there's a 6 break that lines up here. This consolidation has been holding a 575, which is another clean number. So all the systems are sort of a go for the same type of a move, but EXPR had earnings this morning. No news on any of the other squeeze stocks. Well, I mean, there is in Workhorse, but EXPR actually does have a little something as they reported. I mean, smaller loss than expected, so I guess it wasn't all bad, but it's selling off anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. With only 10 minutes to go, guys, I'm not even, I don't know. Like normally I'm all, stressed out, but today we've had the good winners. It's been a big day for us already, guys. Okay, so we took out the dollar on AMC, and I told you we got to try to hold some of these things. So there's a dollar out right there. We still have 2/3 of this position left. We're flat on this right now. Let's see where AMC goes from here. Let's check out quickly on the imbalances. Again, no other show is going to show you this. Prove me wrong. Send me a screen cap. Here we go. BlackBerry upside. Oh, we didn't look at Nokia yet. BlackBerry's still there. I don't even see, like, AMC's not on here. Well, we'll talk a little bit about Palantir. Some levels I wrote down here, 23.50 just to support it. We'll see if that comes through. But there's Ford. Ford turning into a nice buy. And again, whatever. Like, look at this out right there. 15.23. Like, ding, 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 ding. Holding 10%. Everything we're holding right now, we still have a decent position on AMC, but everything else is light, man. BlackBerry's light. Look at this. Here we go. Let's go, gang. Let's get this going, man. Cowbell's out. We need an 8 bell. I'm sure Rob yesterday created that ape thing for you, Neil. So hit that when you get a chance.
Did he, though?
We'll hit the ape thing. Rob, is it on my board? No? Is it on anybody's board? Has not been created yet. So we will get that ape thing for you today.
It is an ape holding with diamond hands on a rocket ship, I believe was a request. If I missed anything on that and you guys don't, if you want to add anything to it, it's not been created so you can do more there. Maybe he can be smoking the good. Because, hey, man, the weed names are involved, the cannabis names are involved in these moves here. Here's Sundial through 135. Now, this is, I told you guys, I'm going to get out of this trade in front of the 142. Check that 143 high of the day. So we're scalping it out all the way through. Sundial's done 67 million, which you think would be good, but it's not that impressive when 37 is the number here on AMC, and the stock is 50 times the price. And that is not an actual misprint. That's my quick. Actually, that's wrong. 45% the price. There's a bit of a seller here showing up, and we'll check the imbalance locator in a quick second here, Sean. Or maybe you can get that one up because I just saw someone on the offer, and you're going to see these NYB show up at 350,000 on the offer at 60. So there are some imbalance or sort of opening eligible orders coming through on AMC listed on the New York with 7 minutes to go until that open. Still looking for that dip buy. I think there's going to be a good opportunity for it, especially if there's some sellers that you saw in the book there at 60.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Rob, you can send them to me. That's fine. We can check that out. But it is important that we get these things done for our gang out there, the Ape Gang. We'll get those done for you tomorrow, guys. We'll have that little graphic to blast off for you guys. Okay, so we're getting ready to go, man. Only 7 minutes to go right now as we're trading here. Workhorse Tilray. One name that we didn't really look at too much, we talked about it earlier though, was Tilray. And look at this, man. 21 is the current high. So watch out for that one if you're looking at any weed names. But right now, you can see the ones that we're holding. Neil, SNDL, Faux, Workhorse, me on the bottom as well there. So yeah, we're ready to rock and roll here today, guys. Workhorse, Tilray, Apple. Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond was one that we were looking at. This is on my list. This is the name because it's been struggling so far today. Okay, here we go. AMC starting to go again. But anyways, I like a 37 short on this. Just to give you guys an update here on AMC, I'm going to get out again at 61 if it gets up there. And then I still want to watch out for the 62 level, right? If 62 breaks, then we're probably off to the races. But we've already showed you a couple times a couple times, guys, that there's been that seller there on AMC at 62. So that's really the only level of concern with me. With only 6 minutes to go here, welcome all of our new viewers. What's up?
There was another one we should talk about. I mean, Virgin Galactic, look, it participated in the move a little bit here. Blah, blah, blah. You can see it's heading towards, I guess, this high, 36.50 on the daily chart. But more importantly, they did have another piece of news. They got a contract, another contract here. And you guys can read it. It's on the free watch list. What I want to quickly get to is this consolidation level. Does that look similar? You get a breakdown at this particular price. You get a triple consolidation here off 32.35. Workhorse had a breakout just like that. BlackBerry had a breakout just like that. I mean, I can probably give you a million other symbols. So I do like to take a shot at this on Virgin Galactic, 32.35 to that long side. And the good thing about this is you look at this 31.85 to 32 area, gives you a nice little cover there. If it breaks long, I get long, and they can quickly get out, only lose like 30 or 40 cents. At this particular time of day, I know I'm going to be hunting for dip buys in both Workhorse and AMC. So having a long that'll give me some quick cover, I know in and out, either it goes right away and I'm good, or I can just get out of it and look for a better trade to the long side. That's what I want to have. Otherwise, the symbols I got, Sundial, Workhorse, and then going to get back to AMC and then short that JZXN, I think that should be hopefully okay. You don't want to add too much to that list, especially at 9:30, because you know it's going to be wild off this open.
Okay. Yeah, just typing to Rob here about a few things. Okay, so, I mean, I'm still waiting for everything to open up. I mean, there's nothing really else for me to do right now. I think we take this BlackBerry long if it goes through 20 there. You know, that to me makes some sense. 24, 25, something like that on the upside is where this thing may stop. I mean, we've seen these things go parabolic before. Like, I got out yesterday. I talked about this. I got out yesterday at 1660 for 2/3 of my shares. So I think I'll probably get out some more today at some point. But let's see how far this one wants to rip. And then basically, I'm going to be holding AMC all the way down until we break. I mean, my out's going to be 55. So I'm taking this one, not to the grave, we've already cashed in, but we're going to take this one as low as we can here to 55 break. So we break 55, we're going to get out of AMC, guys. You can't have a 30-cent stop on AMC. I don't even think you can have a $1 stop on AMC. That's not responsible. Like, this stock is going to move like crazy. Again, let's see how it opens up. It's for right now, right? Because the stock's moving like crazy. Once it opens up, hopefully we'll see some levels, and then we can play a little bit, you know, more the way we normally do off of key levels. But for right now, like, unless you have this 55 bottom break, then I don't really see a reason to get out of this. Let's see if the market can take it and they can control that share offering. Nokia still now upside, BlackBerry coming off a little bit as well. So, you know, we're going to have to watch out. I think the memes could get, and I hate calling them that, but whatever. I think a lot of these stocks could get hit off the open. So we are definitely aware of everything that's happening right now. And guys, you know, take some profit. You know, if you have some right now, it's not a horrible idea to do that. So we're going to wait, hopefully be flat. Well, we won't be flat, but we are pretty light on everything. Ford, BlackBerry, AMC, the only ones we're holding.
Yeah, so, and you might have seen me hit the it's a trap. Remember that guy at 1425, Workhorse 150,000 shares? It got entirely filled. And when it got down to half, I actually hit more shares to the long side, my price 23s. And then Iceberg reload, that iceberg is now broken. So as Workhorse makes that little bit of a break, we showed you guys that on level 2. Remember this top at 1470? Definitely, and this is also a time of day thing, guys. If it does move into that high, I want to make sure I'm taking profit into a potential sort of pump into the open, guys. And well, we've seen this before, where you test that high off of the open. Sometimes I'll be hunting for the short. I'm not looking for that rollover short off the high of the day, but I'm damn sure anticipating the chance that we could have a reversal at those prices. And I want to make sure I'm getting a little bit of something out, guys. So that's what we're going to do. It turns out maybe it's not a trap. We'll see. If we can push into the high 30s, I'll take a little bit out. If we get into that 50 level, I'll definitely take at least half of this position off on Workhorse. So you miss it the first time, fair enough. That 1360 come and gone. But we just got a break of that iceberg order at 1425. My price is better than that only because I had some to the long side before that level broke. I just got some at 37. Let's go Workhorse with 2 minutes until the open. There it is. I mean, you know, whatever. I mean, Workhorse is fantastic. I still want this back in this AMC, and it's coming down towards that 56. We're at 57 right now.
Yeah, I'm getting into it now. I just bought, here, do I have it up? Yes, no, I have BlackBerry up. Yeah, so I just bought some more AMC right here at 58. I told you, you know, we're going to take this down to 55. If it breaks 55, we'll be out. But for right now, let's just take some longs. We'll just keep getting long on AMC. I mean, this thing could fly back to 62 in a heartbeat, right? So let's just wait to see if that does happen right now. 58.70, already back into the money right there. Cash registers are open, guys. Just like Tim Duncan, the bank is now open for AMC. So let's see if we can't cash in on that one to the upside right now. We don't really have anything else written down. We have Palantir. We're going to watch that, but that's, you know, again, maybe a 24 break we like on Palantir. We've always liked that break for that stock. Just any even level break, so 24 will come through on Palantir. But right now, we got bigger fish to fry. I'm not going to focus too much on one name that's not moving as much as the others. So right now, long 59. It's back to 59. So again, this is how you turn losers into winners. You buy bottoms on AMC, guys. With only 40 seconds to go. Here we go. It's starting to get ramped up. A quick check on the imbalances. Nokia, AMC is sell. So that might have caused.
Yeah, I'm seeing that book on AMC. I mean, you're seeing the sell orders in the book, and sometimes that'll affect it here. So I'm still anticipating that you're going to get that move, hopefully off that open, which gives you a great trade. I took more off of Workhorse because it got to 14.50, so we can do some backflips over that. But hitting that animation, we have 20 seconds till the open, and it feels like we've been going absolutely gangbusters. And here we go. Miss V is going to be, or somebody's going to be on the bell. I think it's going to be Miss V on that bell. The countdown has got to get ready to drop. Where is my countdown?
He's running. He's running.
She's running. She's in place. I was a little late to hit the countdown, but that's okay, guys. We're going to get this one started for you here because it already is. 3, 2, and 1. Ring it, Miss V.
Okay, she rang it. There it is. Look at Palantir, guys. We missed this trade, but it already busts right through 24. So there we go. Okay, everything falling. Here we go. We're going to take another long. There we go. We got it. 57.11s there on AMC. No idea where this thing goes from here, guys. We're long at 58.30, so we'll see if we can't cash in a little bit on this. But we are waiting out for that 55 downside. Still no. Okay, there it goes. The end print just happened. So we're open, and look what's happening, guys. We just took a 57 long. Rips up to 58.50. Man, this is what I'm talking about.
Someone just immediately jumped on the 50 level. Quickly take that buck, guys.
Yeah, go,
whenever I see those sellers, take profit in front of them. Workhorse is also going to that upside, so we talked about that. I mean, I don't know if somebody actually was, hopefully they were selling a long position. If someone was shorting at 14.25, they gone. Here comes 15 even, and I like a 15 even break, so I'm going to try and get that order if I can get it. Oh, did I even get 15s? No, so I'm still holding my 14.25s. I quickly try to scramble to get it, but I mean, upside almost everywhere. AMC now at 58, still holding. 15.30 now, $1 plus in the money on Workhorse, and I'm still trying to get more.
Let's go, gang. 412 up. Palantir up 10 cents right now. Nice little rip for Palantir, guys. We just took that long, 23.80 on that drop down. And then, of course, AMC rocking and rolling with $1.50 now in the money on AMC. So we're crushing it already today, guys. You already saw the damage we did in the pre-market. Let's see how high we can go. We just got some out there basically at VWAP, 59.50, so, or 59 even. So let's see if it goes. I mean, it's hard to follow these stocks, man. Things going nuts right now. Watch out for NASDAQ, though, guys. We were down 1% in a bit. It just bumped up. We could fall back down here very, very soon. Not to say that we're going to, but watch out, man. Look at this. This is trading dollars at a time here, Neil.
Yeah, to the moon. I finally get to use it because I've gone long Virgin Galactic instead of just always shorting it into oblivion. 13.25. We talked about this break. This setup was there like a million times on all these stocks. We go right into 75s. It goes right into 33s. If it turns around here, I can think about a bit of a reload at a better price at 32 even. And I want to get this dip. Oh, whoa, there goes AMC, guys. Here's that 54 dip. This could be the one. Brendo?
Oh,
Clover.
Hell yeah.
Just real quick, Clover on volume through day highs there through 10 as well. Clover Health starting to go.
Oh, hells to the yeah. Sirens. The short comes in, and we are now monstrous on the short, man. We took 3 times the shares on that short break. Bang! That's how we're doing it, guys. Cowbells, ring them. Let's go. Monster Day continues here. We are now short also. Bed Bath & Beyond, guys. What a day. What a time to be alive for a trader. Let's just keep on cashing in, guys.
And you know I was buying the dip in AMC. I was waiting for that move. Here is that turn, that 52.80. If we can hold that pre-market low, I know you went to the short side of the trade. I wanted to buy the dip off the open, so I got it here. If we cannot hold this, maybe a buck below, I want to halt bottom is the other way I want to be able to get into it. Somehow, and this is why we talked about relative strength, is AMC is now holding 53, so it's slightly in the money here. And then Workhorse is defying that expectation. I think this is one of the things you got to think about. Workhorse now at $16 when AMC just made that sort of a flush out turn, and now AMC is making that turn. It's like $1.50 in the money, but Workhorse, relative strength, guys, relative strength, arrows up here, and Brennan, of course, confirming that as well, but I got to do this. I'm going to take Workhorse out at this 1650 area because I got Virgin Galactic running, and AMC, we just bought that dip. I cannot look a gift horse in the mouth at this particular point, guys. These longs have been gangbusters. Whether you played the break short at that 55 or got the turn at 52 off the pre-market low, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It all works, Brendo.
Yeah, Workhorse going, Nikola going, guys. Here's another one. Lordstown just popping up here, 13%. Some of the EV names getting some attention early here. $14 being tested on Ride.
Watch out for AMC. I mean, people are saying halt. It should have maybe,
Where?
but I don't know. That was a big move to the downside. We cashed out on that one, guys. Still holding a little bit. Look at Palantir, though. You want to talk about making some cash. Palantir up to 16 now, 17, 18. Oh, yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond. We also shorted that through 37. We talked about that, or we just got out at 36.27 there. So we're going to watch out for that. But here goes AMC right back to the Moon Gang style. Right up. So it does crack that. That's why, I mean, you might have seen me hit my keys like crazy there, down to 52s, man. Our best out on AMC, like 51.90. I guess it's not that great. 51.94. I don't even know how low it went. Well, it went to 51.71. So not a bad out.
My God.
Here it comes back to 60, guys.
That's a bad out. I just got out at 50 in front of 58 off that bottom here at 52. So that was too early. Obviously, AMC even stronger in that move. And look, I should have waited for 62. That's nonsense not to wait for that 62 level. Could have had an extra $4 on it, but whatever. We'll go powers up for that AMC dip buy. This is what we talked about all morning long. Could it have been a halt? I mean, you know what? I don't know what the hell's up with these halt rules. Someone's going to have to, I'm going to go back and read those documents again on the train today because I'm not sure why we don't get some of these halts. Maybe it's the fact that it's the first 5 minutes. That's probably a little bit of it here. One of the reasons that you saw me scrambling to take profits, you're going to see Virgin Galactic. When that made the move, and we always talk about these levels so you guys have a plan of action, pre-market highs come in. I'm selling off those pre-market highs. I did it in Workhorse. I still hold a little bit of this position here so that now I can buy the dip. Buy the dip. You guys have heard of that phrase. Maybe you have. If you haven't, that means when a stock is broken up and starts to come back down to the downside, you buy on the weakness instead of buying the top. I want to buy the dip. Works better if you've taken some profit. So I'll get back into some Virgin Galactic, not at a better price, around this 32.75 area if I can catch it. I mean, these stocks are moving like absolute craziness. And AMC,
is it going to halt?
To that 62.5. It might halt here.
Nope.
Nope.
Thought it was.
I saw the same thing as you, Sean. It looked like it was about to halt. It did not. Resisted the upside halt and turned. Oh, that should have been a short.
That's that 62 level again, guys, that we talked about. Bed Bath & Beyond, $1 now in the money, guys. If you're going to look on here, look, 37 short. 37 short. What up, Pete?
Tilray, guys, cannabis stocks starting to go here to the upside. 21 just broke there on Tilray. Huge volume coming in here as well.
Yes. I mean, we have that one strong, guys. Bed Bath & Beyond, too. Monster trade here on Bed Bath & Beyond, guys. You can see 37 short still. $1.56 in the money. AMC, what a great turn that was again. We've been back and forth and around on AMC, but what a great turn that was at 62. Maybe we go short and then hold it to that 62 level again, but here it goes back to the downside.
And, obviously, there's still some other stocks out there. Workhorse just turned off of $18, and I still have that JZXN. I mean, it feels like I should be a little bit more excited about this. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Get out of JZXN at $11.86. So as unsexy as like $1.50 might be in one of these stocks, it is not sexy. And the only reason it's not is because it's been a bit of a distraction. Look, I got out of Workhorse. I thought the tape was starting to slow down and was going to be a bit of a turn trade. That was obviously the wrong call. There's just absolutely no question about it. It went another $2 before this turn here. If there's going to be a dip to be bought, you know I want to have it. I'm looking to VWAP here at 16. I'm not sure it gets that far. Usually it doesn't, so I might have to step up a little bit sooner and take some shares in front of that VWAP action if I can. It's kind of hilarious. So my I was at 1660, and now I'm looking to buy it about the same price. That's crazy, but that's what these stocks are today as I just get Workhorse 1671, and it's trying to take 17 almost immediately. Almost immediately. These stocks are nuts.
Okay, guys, we're going to put a bid at 56, man. We're short $3 now in the money on AMC. So there's that last short that we just took right here. Short through 60.25. So we have 60.25s on board, $3 in the money right now, and hopefully going, well, I mean, hopefully going lower. We'll see how low it wants to go. No ideas where. The last time we had a little bit of a break there was 55 down to 51, 52, 53. So I think 53 maybe is a good spot here on AMC if we can get it. Let's get out of our Palantir to make sure that we keep some money in our pocket there. Nice rip up. We did hold that last 10%, and now it's coming back to the downside. Watch out for 23.50 break. Look at the NASDAQ, guys, crushing to the downside.
Yeah.
$5 winner right now on AMC, so let's cash that out. $1.50 on BB as well. I don't know, where do we get out of AMC here? 53s? Take 7, put 7 in our pocket? What's up, B?
Another one that made a big move yesterday, guys. Pets, just testing pre-market lows here, testing these levels from yesterday midday as well. Pets now down 15%, guys.
What? That's look, and again, there's going to be a million of these stocks. I just got more in front of that 16 on Workhorse, so the reload. We'll see if it's as good as that first little trade there. Oh, it's not. I just got it at 16 when that broke. So out of Workhorse, thankfully we'll still be up because we had 14.25 long. GTT is another one of these names. It's actually one of these squeeze stocks, by the way, guys. It's the only reason I'm not short it, but it gave you that pop right into 365. So it looks like that was a good trade if you had it. I'm not going to be touching it today. I just want to acknowledge it is one of the sort of shorted names. Virgin Galactic did come back in. It tested VWAP, and this actually has some news as well. So like buying the dip in Workhorse, that one didn't work out. Virgin Galactic has held that 13.25 breakout price. It's now back into VWAP. I got 32.60 as my average price. I'll get some out in front of that 33. Want to be able to rinse and repeat, but of course the daddy of them all. I mean, for now it's my number one stock, despite the fact that I got out of the long way too early on AMC on that dip buy. It's coming right back in. So you're seeing that resistance. This is why I had that stop at 62.50. I went to 35s. Let it clear those levels sometimes, because if it's gonna go up and test 75, are you gonna care if you have 62.10 or if you have 62.60 or 62.75? The reality is you're not. So let it break that level and then wait for it. If 50 goes, I think we're probably going to be, I don't know about these halts, but I think we're probably in a halt situation if 50 goes. So watch out for that. I want to be active on any kind of a halt to the downside.
Oh man, new position alert on Palantir. Like, okay, so right now we're $4 in the money on AMC, but Palantir, we just took a long at 61, man, and we've just been cashing this out, like taking advantage. The NASDAQ's to the downside, we have 23.50 as our out, but we're just, you know, again, putting on real shares, taking it out. Like, that's the thing. If you're gonna trade these names, understand how many shares you're putting on, and then take the appropriate risk, right? So here it goes, let's go. Right back to the upside right now on Palantir. We have an offer, we just got hit, didn't we? Yeah, there it is, 670, so 70. Nice trade there. It's only a dime, but we're waiting for more now as Palantir trying to go. We're having an offer at 79 as well. Good birth year, 79. So we're trying to rip up to the upside right now. Yeah, we're old.
I don't know what you're talking about.
23.75 there. Nice little moves upside. Yeah, Neil never wants to admit it, but he's 31.
That's why I shaved my head, man.
31 years old.
You can't see any gray up in here. I do.
Neil, 31 years old, man. You got a lot ahead of you.
I'd like to think so. So these things are going to happen too. I talked about trading too many things at once, and if you're going to look, I mean, Sundial here,
$5,
10% left. It popped to 150, and I'm getting out of my shares here at 140 because it went all the way up, was holding the last bit, and missed the entire turn. It just bounced off 140, so I'll take those shares out, guys, because, you know, whatever. There's going to be better fish to fry here for sure, and I'm going to go back over to Workhorse and that BlackBerry. Sundial active, made a move, broke the top, now moving on.
Uh-oh, guys, here we go. AMC, $7 in the money. Let's wait to see how far we go down to the downside right now. Wish we still had more shares, but this is now $8 in the money. Let's go. Siren alert on this short, guys. Short, short, short. We indicated to you so many times that 62 was here. We are now short. Right now, 60 flat, 60.08. So $8 winner here on AMC. Do I smell a trade of the day? $10 winner now on AMC. $10. Or for trade of the day, I mean, I'm sure Neil has some. 35 breaking now off 37, guys. These are, I mean, if you're not following on the sticky note, then let's go, because this is a big win for us. Nice little move to the downside right now. $2 in the money now on Bed Bath & Beyond, but it just held 35. Let's take a piece out. What up, V?
AMC's halting, by the way.
What's up, V?
Hey guys, obviously everyone talking about AMC, but besides that, some traders talk about Naked. Stock is up around 13%. Could you give us a few comments on Naked, guys?
So, I mean, I'm going to look at naked in a second, but I also said I would take a shot if AMC halted to that downside. So I have a starter position here. I did short the low of the day break. I got out of that, so I quickly scalped the winning trade to the short side for like a $1.50, and then it comes into that 50 level. We get the downside halt. I got a starter here. In yesterday's action, just so you guys can, we can jump back and you can see, in yesterday's action, when this halted down, it was such a good reopen. It had to hold the level below. But you held that 49 even, so if it does the same thing, that would be an add there. Otherwise, if it breaks down, right here below like a 49, I would just get out of the trade wherever it happens to open, then hunt for a better reopen trade there, guys. We had covered naked brands. I told you why I like Sundial a little bit better, but we'll cover that in a second as we go to Brendan.
Yeah, I was mentioning in the pre-market there, guys, the possibility of some rotation, volume moving to other symbols. Here's another one to look at, CLNE just popping up through day highs there. This one not as high, it's around 6 or 8% on the short side, but no news on this. Huge volume there through day highs for clean, guys.
All right, guys, explode the money. I mean, we're just sitting in this halted position now, $10 in the money. So we'll wait to see what happens. And thank you so much. We forgot to hit this right there, guys. Jim Boxer, thank you so much for that $5. We make a lot of money trading, and we appreciate all of that. So I'm here, Chris. You don't have to worry about Palantir. I'm out already and already cashed out. So Palantir breaks through that 50. We get out. This is why look how many, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably had about 20% left. I could find out afterwards. I've just been tweeting, looking at levels, things like that. But right now, yeah, big time mover. I'm debating right now, though, guys, like Tilray, that was a monster move. Like, why I didn't just go over and get out of all of my shares there. We went up to $22. Still hot fire, though. 7% now up. We got to wait for AMC. It's halted. So right now, it's sit back, relax, sip some cognac. And by that, I mean, check out this mug, guy. Bang mug. You could see this is just straight coffee there. Or is it Valeria? Who knows? This girl's spiking everything left, right, and center. But here we go. AMC to the downside. We'll just continue to watch it. And man, this is a good day. Hell yeah, it's a good day, guys. Let's just wait to see where AMC goes from here. But $10 in the money, we're doing it. Thank you for the love and the support on the chat, man. This means everything to us.
Yeah, and for Scott H there, I'm looking at, for Workhorse, I'm looking back to that 14.25 because that was the breakout that we liked. Look, I'm on Naked Brands here because it went to $1. This is what you guys are talking about. I should have been all over that stock when it got to $1. That move has come and gone. So if it pulls back, you're probably watching for 80 to 84 before you want to get back into it. But Workhorse is certainly, during this haul, we talked about changing your approach. We caught back into VWAP. It broke. Now I like that 14.25 because that was a good break. But you got to look at this 14.75 as well on Workhorse. It just turned off 15. I think patience has its limits because we're going to be back open on AMC in a couple of seconds. Well, sorry, in a couple of minutes here. And then the direction of AMC could drive Workhorse. If it goes down, you could get a move lower, and then you're looking to buy the dip at that better price, 14 to 14.25, as opposed to the 75 to 50 area. Brendan?
Worth mentioning a couple other things that were on the watch list this morning. C3 AI reported, if you remember, aftermarket down big time here, guys. Just broke 65 there on a flush through 65 for AI, 15% now.
Yeah,
So,
AI.
This is the thing. Like, I actually came in on a traditional day. C3 AI would have been a short. There's no question about it, right? Like, I mean, it responded poorly to the earnings. It's one of those recent IPOs that's gotten beaten up. The market trending to the downside. Like, that would have been just like pops off the open, gives you that short trade. But you see the action that's happening in these other names. Now, I'm going to be watching in particular AMC and Workhorse. Those are the two that I'm focused on right now as AMC is about to reopen up in about a minute or so, guys. So those are the only two that I want to be focused on because you don't want to distract your attention too much here because, it was a great long the first time through on that AMC when it had that whole trade. And if Workhorse gives me a similar bounce, you can maybe have 2 in 1 shot.
Yeah, we're waiting. I mean, we just got out of that BlackBerry. I mean, we should be looking at BlackBerry. What am I talking about? We got out of that Bed Bath & Beyond there when we saw that 35 hold. So that's a $2 winner there. I don't know. We got out of a little bit of shares there. That's 10%. That was a mistake, I guess. I didn't even really realize that until I look at the chart now. But there's a nice out 50. So let's just consider that a wash in and out there. So there's the $2 winner. That's 50-cent winner. That's a 50-cent loser. Now we'll wait to see here. We just took out $2. So we put $2 in our pocket on Bed Bath & Beyond. And then we wait, guys. We're just going to wait. I mean, there's nothing else to do. We have to wait to see when this one wants to open up. And then we'll see AMC. We are short at $60. I don't have an order to get out off open. That may be a mistake. This thing could rip here after people, settling.
Sorry, Sean,
No, not ripping. 49 to the downside, guys. 48 now, 47s, 46s. Bang! This is a $13 winner. It's chicken dinners for everybody. Let's go. What a B.
Another one quickly, guys. Auris Medical just popping up here. EARS on news. They picked up an RNA, vaccine-related possibly, company to shift their focus when it comes to ears, guys.
Okay, we're going to get out if this breaks back above 50.
If it breaks 50, I'm going to the long side. We talked about that the last time. If it holds that 49, we just did. So we just got 50s to that long. I want to see if we can hold this breakout potentially. The dip buy was so good.
Oh, why did I get out?
I know. It's like heading right back in to that 49 area. You got to be able to hold these if it's going to make a bit of move to the downside. I look at this 47. You don't want it halting down. It's probably another reversal short.
Holy shnikes. Wow. Oh. What did we do, guys? What did we do? We had, this was a $20 winner, guys, and we just took $10 on it. Oh, damn it. Why did you have to break 50?
Why am I getting rejected?
It barely breaks 50, guys, there. But I guess Neil went short. You went short 50?
No, I had the long. My stop, my stop literally did just not work there. And I just had to get it at 43. It's going to halt again. It's about to halt again at 43.41.
Guys, we're not going to, let's just call it like it is, man. We've been, although the stock isn't moonshotting, we've been moonshotting everything today, man. This has been a great stock. It's going to halt again. I should still be... Okay, thank you for the 100,000 subscribers because we did pop this VOV, but I wish it was full now and we'd be drinking this and then smashing the bottle over our head because why we got out there, damn you, that 50 break. I just thought it was going back to the upside here. AMC crushed me there. Not crushed me, it's a $10 winner. Watch out for your monitors because this is what's happening. But at the same time, man, we still should have had that short. Congratulations, anybody that held that. Check out the BlackBerry outs that we had today. 1950 on the. Now I don't feel so bad getting out yesterday at 1660, although it's right here, right now. And then check this out. How many trades of the day do you want? Should the trade of the day be, guys, this $4 winner on Bed Bath & Beyond? Or should it be the $10 winner there on AMC or one of Neil's? There's lots of trades to pick through, guys, today. We're on absolute fire. And today, it's kind of been a little bit of mac and cheesy, squeezy, easy time. Because if you look at this here, look at what we talked about on our sticky note, okay? That's the number one thing here that I have to go to because it's really just been so fire. Look what we talked about here. AMC. If it takes out the lows of 55, we're going short. It's at 43 right now, okay? Or we go long 62. That long 62, we tried it 3 times. Didn't work. We got out, so we hammered the short, and now we're laughing all the way to the bank. So hopefully you guys are good on that. Look at Bed Bath & Beyond, still making moves to the downside. Man, we crushing stocks today, guys. Congratulations to everybody.
And, congratulations. I see some of you guys are looking at that workhorse. Relative strength, that's what we talked about. AMC is at 43, so they just came off from like 70s to 40s, and workhorse is holding those breakout prices. Come on. If you can't see that that's going to be your spot for some strength, why not? So the second I see that holding, it consolidated. We got 15.50 to the long side. I'm going to take some out in front of VWAP. If it cannot hold VWAP, AMC could open up at 30 for all I know, or 35, and in which case, at some point, workhorse can hold this up if you're going to get that further move to the downside. But remember that multiple halt scenario that happened on GameStop, and then we talked about here in AMC? You want to have one of these to the long side, so I'm going to still be hunting for that one. It was like 7 times at that 100 mark. It's only been a couple here on AMC. Brendo?
All right, AMC halting to the downside, guys. A few of the other ones on our list this morning ripping to day highs. Here's another one, GTT, 62%. Huge volume coming in at day highs. Just broke $4, guys.
What?
What stock was that? Oh, GTT.
God.
We've been talking. That's actually on our list as well.
It's a meme. It's a squeeze stock too.
That name there, guys, by us. You have it though, Neil, don't you?
I didn't have it. I'd only mentioned that it is one of these halt stocks as well. I just got into Sundial as that broke like 25 to the downside. So I was bullish above. Look, I wanted to only be long on Sundial. I took a long on Sundial. It is what it is, guys, but it broke the low, so I am in the short eventually now. But GTT is at the front of my mind. Workhorse is well showing strength, but you got to find the stocks that are actually making moves to the upside while AMC goes down. So this taking the high is going to be one of them. If you look at it, and again, who cares about the daily chart, but if it gets to like $5.50 to $6, just mark that one down. I think there will be a turn for sure in this GTT. Dip buys, you're probably looking at like a 380, but AMC's opening up in 2 minutes, and I got the workhorse that just broke 16 even. So I want to stick to that, and I just got Sundial. No more than two or three of these at the same time for me, and with workhorse, Sundial, and potentially AMC off the open. I don't want to get stuck with too many at the same time.
So I just put it in order here to go long. Yeah, I mean, that's good advice. When there's this much to trade, guys, you don't really need to go, searching that hard or that far to find some names to trade. So Tilray, I just put in a bid here to go long if it breaks back above 21. It's not looking super sexy right now for a 21 break, but we'll wait to see if it does come through. So that's going to be a call for us here on Tilray. 21 breaking to the long side. Hey, man, if we can get it, we'll take it. Why not? Everything seems to be moving. We did mess up just a little bit here on our Bed Bath & Beyond, as it was 350 in the money. Now it's coming back to the upside a little bit here on Bed Bath & Beyond. So we've got to watch out for that 33 level next time. Let's not make the mistake and leave that one there on the 1 minute. That's 33.50. So back upside on the AMC halt right now, halted at 43. Damn it, we had that 60 short. Congratulations to all traders today. It's been just a rocket ship of a day.
And we were sort of saying, when the stocks halt, look for that other names for momentum. And of course, here's Workhorse. I'm gonna get out of Workhorse in front of the reopen on AMC. And someone was just asking Scott H, what's my target? I mean, this 1665 level, remember, that's where I started the dip. That's where I thought it stalled out, and I was wrong about it, but it was stalling out at that level. At least it looked like it the first time through on the breakout trade. So the second time through, when I had the higher price, that's where I looked to get out of it. I just did. So if it comes back into 15, we'll see if we can't buy that dip. AMC is about to reopen, so I want to make sure I'm focused on that potential trade. Workhorse, I'll come back to it. We're not done with Workhorse by any stretch of the imagination.
Now, there's news here on Twitter about a subscription service, so we're going to wait for 57.40 to break here on the upside. Maybe the sticky note needs to be a subscription service. What's up, Brendan?
Yeah, I just saw that as well. I'll keep an eye on Twitter there. But I just want to mention this real quick, guys. I just checked. Bitcoin quietly back towards that 40,000 level overnight. This one tied to crypto, but also very highly shorted. SOS, day highs on volume here as well, guys.
Yeah, more shorts, more love. So 57.40, we'll take on that if it breaks. And then we're just, AMC's going to halt to the upside now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you can't even get shares on this because it's about to halt. We'll see if you could get anything on this. Shit. I mean,
sorry, guys.
Shoot.
I'm sorry.
I don't have any shares there on AMC. I was trying to.
You guys know I
Go
try
ahead,
not.
Neil. I don't know.
You guys know I try not to. I try to keep the language clean, even though there's obviously moves here. I got to cover Sundial because I actually stuck into the short trade when AMC looked like it was going to halt up. I'm long here. It halted at 1460. Sorry. 46.21, sorry. I was able to get some shares to the long side. The other thing I was saying is I accidentally already got out of some, which is basically flat. I actually lost the spread there. So AMC, I was hunting for that long off of the reopen, or so those halts to the downside. Now you have an upward halt. I am almost always going to get shares out on that reopen every single time. You got to take some profit regardless, or mitigate your loss. The other thing that happened look, obviously, if AMC halts to the upside, and I just covered Workhorse, this is what it did. It just moved another dollar to the upside. I said I wanted to move over to AMC in the event that would happen. I did. It was clearly a bit of a wrong decision to cover that Workhorse. I should have had more faith and held on to that trade, obviously.
Okay, there goes Twitter now breaking through day's high. Yeah, that was a good one. A good move there on AMC. I wish. I tried to get shares off that halt. I think Neil's going to have a good trade there off this halt because he's long. You're long at the halt price, right? So
yeah.
That's
all you can get, right?
Yeah, I was trying to bid it and it just couldn't get it. So okay, so AMC, we'll wait for that to open back up again. I think it's going to be a huge one, so we'll wait to see where that goes. And then Twitter just takes out that day high. So we're just going to hold this one. Again, this is not a big position. We're trying to save a lot of our bullets here for the big guys, and that's why just sad, not sad, but yeah, we did miss that AMC trade. So we'll wait on that one. But again, where was the bottom of that AMC? When we opened up off the halt again, I guess it must have gone to 41 and change. And then, look already today, 1, 2. Now we're into our third halt now for AMC. So we can switch over to GameStop, 257. So are they trying to run this one now? We'll wait to see where this goes. No halts on GameStop yet, unless that was a halt. But no, that wasn't a halt. So GameStop right now looking to break through 260. That's probably a good potential long as well. I haven't had as much luck on GameStop as obviously we have on AMC.
GameStop's actually moving today?
But yeah, it's down 10%. So GameStop down 10 today, and lots of names rocking and rolling, man. Oil flat on the day, and yeah, there goes Twitter now, 3 cents in the money. Whoop-de-doo. Let's wait to see how high we can go up. Just looking at a day chart on Twitter, we still have 58 to break, so that could come through. Let's put an order near 58, see if we can't take 60 cents on it. But here we go again. Thank you so much again, Monkey Shiner. I mean, you super chatted us earlier, and there it is, man.
There
AMC Workhorse, tell ears all running, guys. There goes BlackBerry. We have some orders on there as well. So let's check out BlackBerry. Come on, Twitter. You can do this, guys. 57 3/4 will be my first out.
Yeah, as I'm obviously waiting for that reopen on AMC, which looks like it's going to be at. Just check over here. A couple of minutes to go on that, like 59, 9:59, at 10 o'clock or so. That tell. I mean, you normally, guys, on any other day, I'd be all over tell off that 6 even failure and then the lower high. But that's come and gone here. And GM, look, I like dip buys. I like buying the dip. Buying the dip is fun. Buying the dip gives you great prices. Buying the dip gets you absolutely nothing on General Motors today. It held 61 over and over again, so it's great. It's great as a shareholder. But the breakout just happened at 61.80. Now, I'd love to see if this can't continue through. If it gets to 63.4. 63.50, I should say. That's going to be that recent high that we just saw right here. Actually, it was at the beginning of April. So that's a key price. Probably a bit of a turnaround there, guys, on GM if it gets to that particular price. Not that I'll be shorting it, but if you did get the long, which I should have, that would be an obvious target.
Okay, so BlackBerry made that bottom at 1640 like we just talked about, but look, it's bounced off 18 a couple times, so we're gonna go long through 18 for sure, and then just give this 50 cents worth of room. Right back here, it's been bouncing, like you see on the 1 minute range here, and again, this is what we'll do, hopefully, better, or if not more, than other shows, is show you guys, what we're looking at. These are live quotes. These aren't options. These aren't anything. We're putting real money into play here. So here goes BlackBerry. If it breaks, great. 1850. If not, what about a short off that same level? So 1750 short or 18 long. Those are the plays for me on BB, guys. One's going to come sooner rather than later. Let's just see which one comes first. Looks like it might be the short.
Yeah, and look, AMC is going to be open up in any second now, of course, so that's going to be the area of attention. It's great. Let me show you the level 2 here, guys, so you can see. I think it's going to be in just a matter of seconds here. It currently indicates a small buy imbalance, although the direction of the imbalance has mattered at times. I don't think it's going to be too much of a concern here. I mean, who cares about that daily chart? The other name that you want to watch off that reopen is going to be Workhorse, which is still pulling back in here, guys. And look, if you're not involved in AMC, Workhorse had a great bottom at 15 even. If AMC opens up, it's a good long in front of that price. AMC opens up at 47. That's
there
it.
We go. There we go. 47. Nice trade there. It looks like it's going to break. Yeah, there it is. Nice trade. Up to 48 and change. Again, we tried to get that long, guys, and missed it. But there's AMC, a nice little long. I mean, that was a great one. We knew that was going to come through. So congratulations, anybody short there. It's falling down a little bit, but whatever. 48. That's a good trade. We're waiting for halts, guys. So when stocks start to halt, then you can get those kind of actionable moments there. Good trade on AMC. But again, stops at 50, guys. So let's see what happens.
It can't even get past 50.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I just threw a stop in so that no matter what, it can't break below that 46. And then I'll try to hold the rest through a 50 break here. I think getting in on a 50 break isn't bad either. But, either way, we're going to be able to make some back here on AMC. It's still going to be my number 1 stock in the day. And I'm probably over trading it because, technically speaking, I think Workhorse might have been better in some ways than AMC. But if we can't break 50, and this is what the level 2 looks like, guys. There's a bit of a level here at that 50 area. If we can't break that, I think we're probably retaking this 46, that halt price, and then you could see the same thing rinse and repeat where the short was just a little bit better. A breakout long probably there at 50 even as well, Sean.
Yeah.
Money.
Pizza costs money. Look at Twitter, guys. Bang! You want to talk about some hot dogs? There's another name you never thought about, but that doesn't matter to me. We're going to crush these things hopefully anyways. There it goes now. Twitter up to 59, 58. We talked about getting a piece out there. AMC, I just got long 50 and it didn't even break 50. So, I mean, I got to put my prices at a different spot there. Long AMC at 50. There it is. The fail there. We'll wait to see what happens at 46 again, but we get long 50 there. It doesn't want to work. So AMC now murking to the downside, as is BlackBerry. We're short BlackBerry. We're short Bed Bath & Beyond, but we're now stuck long now AMC. Not a good one here, guys.
Yeah, I mean, if that 46 breaks, I just think we're right back into this sort of halt to the downside. Maybe it's going to be that short. It's 10 o'clock as we wait on AMC trying to bounce off 46. It just did, so that's a good look. We're going to get you guys to Brendan for happening now. A lot is my answer.
Yeah, 1 or 2 things happening now today. Let's have a look at North American markets, guys. See how things stand right now. S&P 0.6 to the downside right now. You can see the Dow as well, about 0.5%. It's the NASDAQ leading so far today. Both the composite and 100 down more than a full percent. So tech stocks selling off once again. The Russell 1.5% for small caps to the downside. Here in Toronto, the TSX basically flat on the day. A couple of things we're talking about in the pre-market. We'll shift over here and have a look at Nikola. First, I wanted to mention, did give you an initial long through pre-market highs up to 19.5, all the way back. Volume, though, definitely high right across the board on EV stocks. Workhorse, we talked about. Here's Nikola as well. Let's shift over one more time and have a look at AI as well off of earnings. I mentioned got that early sell-off down to 64.5, but it's right back to where it started here. 68, though, a level from the pre-market, having trouble with that for AI. Guys.
Okay, I mean, again, AMC tries to take that 50 level, and I get in this time, like a second time's got to be a charm, right? It gets to like 50-50, and then is continuously, now this time it has a bit of follow through, but there's offers stacking up like every few cents or so, and when we broke that 50, there was offers stacking up. I just covered the last of my 46s there, so it's now just the 50 quotes, air quotes, break, we're gonna call it. Look, this thing, if it doesn't get to 55, 56 up at VWAP at least, I mean, I'm a little bit shocked that after the down halt, you're not seeing more action here. Now, obviously, I've been mostly to the long side with one short there at 52, but this is running into a lot of resistance now in AMC. If it can chew through it, I feel like there's all kinds of chance we get to that 56. And if it breaks VWAP in 56, please don't forget about 62. Any stop on a 62 break is at 62.50. It has to take that level. But how we can't seem to break away from 50 here is insane. I was getting all these shares out in front of 50 even because of that resistance, and now I'm right back in on this break with you here, Sean. Hopefully it can go. I'm hanging on to it, so I mean that's kind of, you put the money where the mouth is.
Yeah, we got out 51s there.
Yeah, you got to take something up because there's too many offers. Workhorse, just to come back to the relatively strong name, right here at VWAP. I mean, if something's going to go, and we're consolidating here in Workhorse, I mean, like, there's a long way around of saying I'm going long Workhorse in front of 16. If AMC follows through, there's almost no way I don't think Workhorse is going to give it a move at least to $17 here, guys. So back to Workhorse. It's long at 25s. It was long when that iceberg order broke as well. Then long on the dip here at 15.50. I mixed in a dip buy loss into that trade. So hopefully it'll be another winner here in Workhorses. What do you call them? The meme stocks? What are we giving the? No. The short squeeze stocks still long and strong for me and AMC. This is the follow through we're trying to hope for, guys. Now we're breaking 51. Now we're trying to break through 52s, guys. I'll take some off in front of this 52 because it seems like there's more resistance. Next stop, VWAP.
Oh. Yeah, let's go now, guys. I mean, oh man, don't tell me you're not going to go now. Okay, so we did take a long there on AMC, obviously breaking through 51. So let's go to the upside now. We're long 51.25 here. But this is what we're more. I mean, look, we're happy with our AMC today. That's obvious. But look at this trade, guys. 57.40. We just took $1.05 on Twitter there. So, I mean, big move to the upside there, 2+%. Nice trade on that. Out first at 75. Don't take any out at 58. Let this thing run up. Gets out at 58.50. So a nice little trade there. And then we washed out of our AMC there. So again, a good one. Like, I can't hold for moons anymore. It just doesn't seem to be happening. 51.25, out 51.70, out 52. And now you're back to that 50 level. So, hey man, I mean, if you hold these things, it seems to be a losing trade for holding, but the scalping seems nice. We talked about this earlier. This is the kind of stuff that we're waiting for. Give us an idea, AMC, on how you want to trade. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, Ford right now. Check out that trade. Long Ford 15. Oh yeah, 15.50 right now for Ford. Love you long time, Ford, like Valeria loves Justin Bieber. What up, Brendan?
More news in the auto sector, guys. Plug Power, not really in the auto sector, but we'll talk about that in a second. Had a pop there right off the bat up to 31.75. It's come all the way back, but they announced this morning they're teaming up with French automaker Renault on a fuel cell project that they're going to release a few vehicles in that space, guys. So Renault and Plug Power teaming up.
Keep saying good things about the car industry, and we'll all keep going over to Workhorse. And look, it's not to beat a dead horse, but it kind of is to beat Well, that's a horrible thing. Don't beat a dead horse. Anyways, we'll go right back to it. We talked about that 16.20, halfway towards that 17 mark. I was able to get some shares out at 16.60. I'm still looking for a further pop, but this is starting to get more consolidation. This is good. It's above VWAP, so consolidating here is better than what you're seeing happen in AMC off that 50 level. I want to see if I can't hold a little bit back to the 16, but AMC, if that breaks 49.50, I'll give up on the breakout trade. I like that dip buy on the halts a little bit better, and I like the relative strength in AMC a little bit better as well. And GTT spat out a couple of levels that I would wait for on the daily chart here. Here's one of them. $5 starting to come here. Now, we also said 6. Those are nice little round numbers for you. But GTT continues to moon. So, look, we're going to cover and we're going to be trading. Obviously, you see what we're actively trading there. We're going to go to what moves. But there's plenty to watch. Make sure you have a plan of action. Make sure you know which 2 or 3 symbols you want to watch here. AMC is a handful on its own. Workhorse is a good one. I haven't touched Sundial since that last trade, but that's been a good one as well. Virgin Galactic, but you can't overtrade. GTT, I think, is going to be a fantastic opportunity for me, so I'm still monitoring it.
Okay, yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond right back to the $3 winner that we were hoping for. So that's a good trade, it looks like, anyways at this point. So we'll wait for that to come through. There it goes, now breaking, hopefully breaking these lows of 33.50, guys. And again, that was given to you live, and live, obviously live, but on our sticky note. That was a trade that we really, really liked there. AMC, we're still long 51.25. As this starts to go upside, I have a little bit of an offer at 52.50, but we'll wait to see if that can come out. So 52.50 was that kind of that last high right there. So we'll see if we can get it. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how far AMC wants to go. And then BlackBerry, we're just kind of holding that as a little bit of a proxy. We are obviously waiting for, there it is. There's the nice move. Let's go. Did we just get it? Let's go. Oh man, we just missed it again. 52.22 it goes to. So we'll see if we can't take a smooth buck and change here on AMC. There, oh, we missed it again. All right, it's going to come through, guys. Trust me on that one, hopefully, anyways. 52.50 is our next out there on AMC. So I don't know, maybe we're getting a little too greedy, but here it goes. There it is. Bang! Another $1.50 winner on AMC. So let's go to the upside now. Where's the next stop? Nobody knows, but we're at near our high of the day as the day just keeps on getting bigger and better. Palantir ripping. Ford now 50 cents in the money, guys. Everything making money. $1.10 now in the money on Twitter. This is the show that we've been wanting to give you guys, and we've given it to you every single day, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining, and make sure you hit that damn like button. We're up $2 right now on AMC. I know Neil has the long as well.
I mean, it just broke like 3.5 in the money. Look, I'm going to take off this workhorse here, and look, this day is so good on the bull side that it got me to curse, and I try not to do it, guys, but AMC gangbusters. And keep in mind, I actually bungled a quarter of my position on that halt reopen, getting out flat, and it was a total keystroke error. And of course I covered Workhorse, which was a great long. But look, I want to get out of this because you take profit in one, hold the other. We'll go with the diamond sort of hands here for AMC, but I don't want to necessarily be betting everything on a couple of longs. AMC's approaching that 55 where I want to take profit as well, and then we'll hunt for the dip buy. We'll look for that continued set of breakouts, maybe through 56 in VWAP. Just don't forget about 62.50 in that level. It's a big one, Brendan.
We had Raheem on early, guys, talking about some Canadian stocks that were highly shorted. Saw somebody talking about Bombardier on the chat there, guys. There was a debt offering for Bombardier, so there was actually news on that. But heads up, just be careful with BBD.B. Another one here, Laser, guys. Luminar Technologies, not seeing anything significant, but look at the volume. Nice move here through 25, up 7% for Laser.
All right, so we're $4 in the money now on AMC, guys. So $4 in the money on AMC. Let's see how far this thing wants to go. $1 in the money on Twitter, 50 cents in the money here, $2.50 in the... I feel like today, like $2.50 in the money on Bed Bath & Beyond, 40 cents now. Let's take some Blackberries out here. Why not? As, oh, this is Blackberry right now. Yeah, so 17 right now on Blackberry. This is a 16. Let's hit this one. Bang, another 60 cents on BlackBerry, guys. What kind of a day are we even having right now? We talked about how hot fire yesterday was. Well, make that times 2, times 3, times 4, whatever you want. I mean, we don't have losers on board here, guys. Monster day. This got faded out right there, AMC. If you have Instagram, If you have Instagram, we've just clipped out a nice little post here, and we put our sticky notes on. We put some fun things on here on Instagram, so a little different than Twitter. We'll put our Instagram handle up on there. You can find this. That was a lot of fun this morning. So there it is up on Instagram. And then if you also want, I'm going to put my sticky note thing there as well, as we have over 8,000 watching right now. If you guys can, man, let's hit the like. I'm actually going to check out. Wow, there it goes. I'm not going to do the like thing right now. We are too hot fire. Let's go 55. Where's my offer now? 56. Let's go upside. Can we get another $4 winner here? What's up, B?
Here comes the next one. LEDS. Volume going off. Volume alerts all over the place on this one. Just went from 13 to 13.5 there, guys. Now 10% for leads.
Yeah, I mean, look, AMC, I always said I was going to take some out in front of VWAP, but look at this 56 break, and that's going to be VWAP as well. I want to go long on a 56 break. I want to go back into this on any kind of a dip, but you almost have to play that by a little bit of ear here. So the breaks have not been as good as a dip, but they're still absolutely fantastic. I am noting a little bit of relative, I was going to say relative weakness in some of the other names, but here comes that 56. We want to make sure we get it.
Yeah, let's go, man. We're still long 51. So we've had like $10 winners. We've had potentially $17 winners. But here we go again, guys. Nice run. Let's go. This is another $6 winner right now on board for AMC. We are just rocking and rolling right now as it just keeps going up, 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 and away. Where do we stop? Nobody knows. The carnival has just begun. But what about 58, man? I mean, we should probably take $6, guys, and just watch out for that. So we're going to take $6 now on this name. 57, probably a good little out here. We'll wait. If we get 57.50, even better. Here it goes. 56, 57, 58. Let's just keep going to the upside, man. We are just monstrous today. Lots of this floating around.
You can keep that one going, guys. So that break also works. It's been long since that halt to the downside. And we've been kind of saying the halts are a good way to play this stock. But since then, the breakouts have worked. The 50 breakout, the 56, that's VWAP. 55 is obviously a round number. I'm going to scalp some out here because if you don't hold VWAP, you do not want this thing breaking that down to 50, and then I'm holding my 56s. So if it breaks 55, this will be like a half win and then a half lose, and then watch back for that 50 area. Workhorse, just so you guys can go back to it. It's holding that 16 area, so that's a good dip buy with AMC making its moves. I want to make sure I catch a little bit of that because Workhorse relative strength. If AMC's holding above VWAP, I like Workhorse as well. I want to stay to the long side of that trade. So back into Workhorse, 16.26. I think we had 23 last time, 26, basically the same long.
We just got out, man. We just got out 56.50 there on that break. So we got out 56.50 break on AMC. So move out of the way, sticky notes. So that we got out there. So we're going to wait. I mean, that was a big 58 level there. I mean, this has just been a rocket day, guys. I hope, talk about rocket. That's not doing anything. And then look at our, I mean, again, like sometimes we get lucky. Well, that's Bed Bath & Beyond. Where's BlackBerry? Sometimes we get lucky, but that's, I switched straight over to it. We got out again. Like these are real shares, real stocks. Go back, look. I mean, this is a real move down. We saw that happen. We saw AMC going. Easy trade to get out of that one as we just continue the fun, man, today. BlackBerry actually my #1 stock today. So just off of like this fill and then that fill. So 2 fills. That's how you know you're trading with shares, guys. Your #1 stock. And remember, Brendan, we said yesterday, or Neil, I said we did 55 trades on AMC. Brendan said we'll probably break that today. 52 already. So good call there by Brendo as that just keeps on going to the upside. And then again, this stupid stock, man, I think this should probably be the trade of the day, but we'll probably use AMC because it's hot. But 37, and again, if you're watching us, thank you so much. But if you're not, guys, like hit up this sticky note. Today I talked about it, and I apologized that we don't have a whole bunch of names. Today will be about a few names, and we've just crushed a few of them, guys. AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond. We haven't looked at Neil yet. Palantir was great. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then also we added to this Ford. So Ford, Ford also another good stock there as we zoomed in there for some reason on that. Ford now 51 cents in the money, back to day's high, off of that long at 15. We're hitting hot fire for you guys. Hope you're enjoying the show. Let's go.
I mean, I only crossed 40 on AMC, which feels like a lot, but I mean, obviously compared to 55, it's a lot of trades there, guys. A lot of executions. If 1575 goes on Workhorse, that's going to be where my stop is. And then AMC, look, if it's going to, it's not barcoding yet, but if it's going to barcode at this price level, I think you can sort of sit it out, wait for the dip, be a little bit more patient with it, which is going to be the way I want to approach it. Brendan had mentioned come on, give me a break. LEDS here. That just made several parabolic moves to the upside. This 15 level looks pretty good to me up here. It is significant because the last time it got up to $18, the next day you did have a bit of a 15 top. So a bit of a reversal happening on LEDS at a significant level. So if you're in that one, I would watch out. More importantly, it's going to be all about AMC as it just, come on AMC, as it tries to dip back down, look back towards this, and it's a target area of like 46, that's that halt price, into that 50 area. If it catches a bid at either one of those prices, that's where I want to go long. You'll see me now out of Workhorse. I'm not holding on to anything that comes back in too far. If you're taking these longs and these breaks, you take your dollar winners, take your 150s, that's fine. You don't have to lose 1-to-1, or it doesn't make any sense to me. There's enough movement around that you can sit back, relax, wait for the next trade. When I had AMC off the open and had the 932 trade, I didn't do squat until it got back to 940. And then we're waiting for those halts, and that was the gangbuster one off of 46.
Oh, you know what? We haven't done too much today. Let's say a big shout out. I don't know if you're here, Shakib. I haven't seen you on the chat, but we'll do a big shout out to Hydration Nation. Yeah, I mean, I think I probably say like about, I don't know, 20,000 words or something in these 3 hours, which is probably about 15,000 too much. You know, again, stay hydrated, guys. Stay healthy. You know, just follow the stocks, man. Follow what we're trying to do here for you, and hopefully you learn a lot, because really that's what it's all about. Yesterday was a monster day for me, one of my best days in a long time. We'll follow that up today. I mean, hopefully you're seeing what kind of winners that Neil and I both putting on board for you here today, and hopefully you're learning from a lot of the strategies that we have. And that's really the whole point. So with that being said, look, we're completely free. We don't ask for super chats. We don't ask for anything here. We're giving you content every single day. But really, guys, like 8,000 people watching, can you please, like, let's get to 4,000. Like, I think we should be able to do half today. Like, if you can hit the like, just hit that. And if you don't like the show, I don't know, what is that, Matt Kors, guys? If you don't like that show, hit the share button. And then just show everybody what you're watching and why you've become a better trader. Like, regardless of what happens this summer, guess what? We're here every single day. Free watch list, free ideas, free everything. So please, guys, there it is. We just crushed it. Thank you so much. That's why we love you guys. Thank you so much for that 2.4K now. So that's a quick 1,000 there. Thank you so much for the like. Thank you for turning everything around for us, guys. This is what we're doing. Tell Twitter who's the best by hitting that like button. Thank you so much. There you go, Miss V. Part of your job now done.
Miss B is going to love that one. So she can sit back and relax, guys. The other thing we want to talk about here is, look, it's not just about the real trades. It's about seeing opportunities. It's about getting you to what is moving. And when we see it, we try to call it out as fast as we can. C3 AI made a big push. And again, this is one of the few things that actually has news today. Back into 70 before abjectly failing at the pre-market high. That looks like it's a big wall. If it breaks at another time, it's been beaten up enough. It was an obvious short, but there were better fish to fry there. And one of those, if you don't know that's AMC, here it comes roaring back again. I thought we'd get to 50s. It did not. You're now looking at this recent high. I know I got out, so it's kind of blocking it here, but 57.5, 58. This was also off to the open, one of these levels, when it tried to check up here. So watch for the next break. It looks like 58 even on AMC.
Quickly, we have just a new position alert before we go to Brendan. Just to let you guys know, we did get that Tilray long now through 21. So we like this trade. New position alert here. But hey, man, you know, the show must go on. And Brendan over there at the big screen, the most handsome gentleman on the board. What's up, Brendo?
Hey guys, yeah, real quick, we'll touch on a couple of small caps that we're moving. A lot of the small cap names that we're moving today included in this group with higher short percentages. This one as well, GTT, we mentioned yesterday, had kind of the day one move yesterday on huge volume again today. We're all the way back to 450. This one held 3 all pre-market. So the entire morning we were sitting here bouncing off 3 and then just kind of stair-step to the upside. So it did give you a nice long opportunity if you were watching GTT early on. It's still holding 420 at this point, 4 to 420, so acting as support. So we might see a test of highs. Let's go over to one more real quick, and we'll touch on JZXN. This one was pretty weak off of the open. Did try to push just before the open into 13.5. I had to try this twice, but the second one, really great trade, down to 11.5. Starting to consolidate for JZXN. Guys.
And you guys asked the questions, and Tang Javier, thoughts on the GTT rollover? You already missed it at 5, and I sort of talked about that first level. It never got there. When it's a short squeeze stock, you're either very picky about it or you're sitting them out. And if it breaks the high, I'd like to see a fail break at 5 before I got in, or I'd like to see that $6 level. One other name here, and look, AMC doesn't get to that 58, so we can kind of calm down a little bit on that one for the time being. But BlackBerry, which I haven't traded yet, I know you've been all over it, Sean, a good one for sure. The 1745 is on consolidation. Sean's going to be a winner at this point for sure, but you can't ignore 18 even again. It's both VWAP, it's both the breakout price, and then again this lower high that it's put in. So I'll be bullish when it gets to that one. Gets to 18 even for the long side of the trade, and then we come back to hunting for this low on AMC, because it does resist that push through. So 58 doesn't quite go here. You get some dark pool prints up. Trust me, it never actually broke. If we get back into that 50, that's the level that we're going to be watching for. Back over to Sundial. This one has been, and again, it broke that 25 to the short side. Comes right back and gives that 27, so I get in and out. The long was better for me, believe it or not, on Sundial. It's now holding a 135 area several times here, and this is setting up for a bit of a break on Sundial through 35s.
Yeah, I hope the wife isn't watching, because she may ask to cash out of some of this, because right now, guys, and I love her, but we got to save some of this money. Like, we are just clapping this market, guys, right now. We're long 21 again on Tilray. It's at 2140. It was just 2140 just printed off. So good little trade here on Tilray. I mean, what else are we supposed to? We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for 8 today. 8 for 8 today, guys. Okay, so whatever. And look at Twitter right now as well. $1.20 to the upside, guys. Big time trading happening here. We are just loving life. There's Tilray again. I mean, I don't know. What are we supposed to do? I mean, I'm trying to find something that we haven't hit here yet today, but we're hitting everything. Let's just slay dragons and pretend the market's a dragon. There it is. We're just absolutely crushing these names, guys.
Tom, BlackBerry just squeezed up, and it was just at 1740, and then that level broke on BlackBerry. So sorry, guys, I'm trying to hit this 135 if it goes on Sundial, but if 18s just broke, which was crazy, because we were just staring at that 1835 level. So that's crazy. I mean, obviously it's going to take part. I want to also hit this 135 to the long side, so I'm going to manage that BlackBerry. I want to get those quarters, at least some of it out in front of those quarters, which would be crazy not to. But I want to hit this 135 in Sundial in case it goes. AMC coming downside, so we wanted to buy the dip there.
Man, wow. Is all we can really say right now, guys. I mean, this has just been, like, we just got Tilray out at that 40 level. It's been absolutely, I'm going to take a sip of coffee here. And anybody that does, shout out to OTCX here. Thank you for the Yeti, guys. This is a Yeti.
Those things are too good.
There's the Yeti there at the bottom. They're so good. Coffee's still warm from the morning. Oh, there it is. Now you can see the name Yeti.
I could McDonald's sue Yeti for, like, burning my tongue one time. The coffee was there for like 2.5 hours, and I still burnt my tongue. That's how good the Yeti is. They're absolutely unbelievable. I should have shown you guys this chart right away, guys, but here's BlackBerry. Here is this 1850, and this is on the way off the open. It broke 20, fail break. This is that little bit of a turn here at 1850. It does give you a look to get in again on an 1850 break and sort of rinse and repeat, because it's another key level, so 1850, fine. Also want that Sundial. Berendo, what do you got, bud?
Just checking out one of these Chinese online education companies, EDU, guys, which is New Oriental Education. Yeah, kind of throwing up all over itself right now. Just broke $8. Big bounce here on volume, though. So just checking on EDU in New York.
Holy, I don't even know what to do anymore with all these positions. I'm just trying to sit back, relax right now. It's 10:30. We've absolutely destroyed the market, but Ford goes to 1565. Like, this is a 60-cent winner on Ford, guys, today. Look at this breaking out Ford. We've talked about this. We're long at 11:30. We're long down here at 6. Ford's been a crazy trade, not in my swing account. It's in my longer term, so don't have any plans of getting out of Ford, but maybe we should, man. 1565, congratulations. Let's check in on NVIDIA. Our last buy on this one was 604. I mean, look, whether or not you're here for day trades, whether or not you're here for, I don't know, for fun, for entertainment value, I hope I'm providing all of that for you. This was done on this day, man, when the split day happened, and I was like, splitting? That has to be good news. And if for some reason the market wasn't giving it credit, hells yeah. to NVIDIA right now. My first buy 100, my next buy 604. So a little bit of a different range there, but now NVIDIA just busting out, man. 680, 690. AMD kind of, not going, but we'll wait for AMD there off a beautiful bottom on a daily chart. Oh yeah, we still have that bad wick there, so let's not look at AMD anymore. Twitter now 50 cents. Sorry, till right now 50 cents in the money. Twitter $1. Neil, I see you biting at the bit there. Let's go.
No, I was sitting there trying to get that punch, and I actually, believe it or not, I missed. That's the thing about going manual on that trade instead of using a stop order on Sundial, and my screens just all died.
Guys, yeah, Sundial, great trade. I didn't mean to interrupt there, but Brendan just said Rocket Days high. This was. Is everything okay?
What just happened?
Oh, you actually, okay, Neil got a power outage right there. So is it a power outage? It's black screens of death there. Okay, anyways, Rocket, we talked about that. Hopefully Neil's okay. But 2075 right now, Rocket taking that out. We talked about this in the pre-market, so we could reload it up and say to you guys, this was one of the names that I said was a sleeping giant. We talked about that one. You could have picked it up down here. Unfortunately, we didn't. There it goes straight to the upside. I'm getting a headache. I'm talking too much. So that's how you know this has been a pretty good day here for us so far. Big time trades all over the place. We may take this out on Twitter. That's still Rocket, but we may take this out on Twitter as it just moved upside there. 58.60. I don't want to let this one go, but you know what? If we break 25s on the downside, we're going to have to let Twitter go. So let's do that. Let's let Twitter go. If it breaks 58.25 on the downside, we will get out. Man, we missed so much opportunity on this name, though. We should have got out up here. But anyways, we did hold. That's pretty good diamond hands for me on that trade. So good for us on that one. Look, man, I hope you guys are enjoying the show. It's been obviously a huge one for us. AMC, though, what are we going to do with this one now? Neil was talking about it barcoding a little bit. I mean, this barcoding is still a $6 range. So you got to trade this a little careful. I don't really see anything here, guys, to give you any indications. I mean, you're not going to be able to tell what trades I have. Anything purples or shorts, that was the big one where we missed that 43 bottom we should have held. But that was a $10 winner there. And then this trade long, again, these some longs here. We lost on the first 50 break, but then we did hold and we got another long at 51. And then that out was 56.50. So that's another $5 win there for us. So here goes Twitter. Good thing we didn't get out of that one as it's breaking new highs now. Hopefully, Bed Bath & Beyond, $2.50 in the money. Ford now, I mean, look at Ford. Talking about walking on water right now, guys. Ford upside, like ding, 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 ding. We still in you, Ford. Brendo.
GM said significantly higher in Q1 revenue-wise. So the autos getting quite the attention. This one as well, just popping up here, guys. Boeing just made a, well, not a day high, but a little pop there back to the upside. Still negative on the session. But Qatar Airways just announcing a big order, 777X planes, I believe, from Boeing. So a heads up on Boeing if you're watching that. It's 10:30. That means there's 1 hour left in the session over in Europe. Miss V has been watching what's going on over there. What's up?
Hey, Brandon, European markets are mostly negative. Telecom giant BT trading in London is down more than 3% after Deutsche Bank downgraded the stock to sell, saying that is overrated. Back to you.
Yeah, the overall telecom sector in negative territory so far here today. There's been a number of individual names, though, to watch, as we've been talking about, obviously. But another muted day, guys, for the overall market.
For the overall market, yeah. I mean, yeah, the market's sort of been back down and around. We did get a big dip there, kind of off the open there on the NASDAQ. We're still down that 1.1. And then we came not all the way back, but I guess we got almost halfway back there and got this NASDAQ. I think it was 0.68 or something like that was the highest level I saw today on NASDAQ. So, again, you know, I know we're looking at this name here, AMC, but really, until we get to some key levels, you know, and I need to find those for you. And right now, I'm just kind of just spitting out whatever because I don't really have too much on AMC. I mean, it's been holding. If you see a 3-minute chart here, we're holding this this is a moving average on a 3-minute chart. So it was just holding that, and now it's breaking. So. I mean, 47.50 maybe, a break spot there. I know a lot of us don't like to hear that, but we are bouncing off 50 again. So maybe 50 is something there. 50 was hard to break. Maybe it's worth a long there. 50, guys, on AMC.
To be perfectly honest, guys, I actually had it was more of a computer monitor issue, believe it or not. So I was able to cancel a few orders there and not get stuck not able to trade that AMC. So a bit active this morning, if you can't tell. I like that dip buy on AMC. Now that we're at that 50 level, we'll take it. That was as sundial was going. I got that trade when it broke that long, but it had to take a 2-cent hit on it because I didn't want to be holding that while my system was a bit of a problem. So while my screens were a bit of a problem, trading blind there. I'm back and looking for that 50 hold. Brenda, what's up?
Just saw Blink popping up here. Looks like a bit of options volume going off here on Blink. So BLNK 5%, but see the volume spike there. 2-day highs, guys, for BLNK.
Neil just talked about that 50 long. I just tried to get this, guys, at 50 long there when we saw it hold. Remember, I was saying, let's look for some levels. So it's good that we both confirmed that one. Why is turn the watch over there? Maybe we'll get a new watch here. I've been wearing this one instead of the Rolly because it's just been so hot fire that sometimes we haven't. We had Kevin O'Leary on and we talked about wearing good luck watches, and he was talking about his red band. I'm with whatever the hell this color is, like a mix between like a tan and a orange, but I like it. Anyways, I don't know. I'm not, obviously you could tell, not really too much of a fashion guy here. But we like the watches and we like the timepieces. Hopefully you guys do as well. We just got out of something and I don't know what it was. I want to tell you, oh yeah, that's what it was, Twitter. Mistake or not, you know what, man, like 57.40 up to 58.40. We took out $1 twice. There it is. So let's wait to see what happens. Breaking through 59 right now. I don't know. The NASDAQ made that move back up. We could retest back lower again. We're a little bit scared for that. Here comes AMC. We are now long 54. If this breaks down below 49.50, we're going to be out. So let's wait to see here. Does it hold this time? Maybe not, but there's 50 trying. Now there it goes. So we'll flush out there. So there's a little bit of a loser. We'll flush ourselves down the toilet. We tried the 50 hold. It didn't. So now let's see what happens there as now it goes right back up. Paper hands on AMC there, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I just got back into it. I mean, even like other things are freezing around here for me, but like it held that break. Now, the only reason I like the retake of 49.50 even is to go back, and I'll go this way. Let's go back to yesterday's trading off of that little flush that it had at 50, and this was it breaking back down off that reopen on the halt, holding 49 even, and then coming right back up. So the re-entry on 50 was good that time, and the re-entry on 50 is good this time. So I just took like $1.50 on that trade. We'll go back into real time here. I took $1.50 on that trade. I've basically been only going long. I had one short in here that was okay. I should have held that, obviously. That would have been fantastic. If we can get back into VWAP, 55 still remains a bit of a barrier on AMC. So you got to take some profit in front of it, or even that 58.
Guys, this is amazing. So, like, we took out a loss there of 50 cents, right? We're now in the money $2. We retook it. We retook the long on a 50 break. Now we're $2 in the money. So cabbage hands to diamond hands maybe there as we're going to go higher up. That was funny. Someone said cabbage hands there. What's up, Gabriel? You're liking the hot dogs. Everybody liking the hot dogs as we go bullish right now. Thank you so much. Who was this? Neo Gone Wild. Thanks for everything you do. We love us some Neo on this channel here. We talked about it being super strong today, and there it goes. We didn't take the $2. Maybe we should have. Let's put it, here it comes right back to the downside. Let's put an offer now, 52. It seems to be in this range, man, $50 to $52 right now. So let's just continue to try to go on AMC. We'll put an offer now, take that $2. Let's not pass that up again. It's $1 in the money right now, but hey, it could always be more. We're just cruising, man. Till rate 20 cents, Ford 80 cents, Bed Bath & Beyond, $3 in the money on Bed Bath & Beyond, guys. So things rocking and rolling. Man, we're having a big day.
Yeah, and look, obviously it's a fantastic. We're getting pretty fortunate around here, and you can tell AMC is going to be my main focus. I finally got to my magic number of 42 because it's my lucky number for trades. I've just moved my stop. If it takes out this low, that 48.50, I'll just get out of this because I'm hunting for better prices. I mean, we've been aggressively buying the dip at 46. If you kind of look at this 52, 10% down is that 46, 47 area, and that's been a great trade on AMC. So. No trouble getting back in and out of this trade. If you want to be holding on to one thing and you don't have direct market access, fair enough. I understand that aspect of it. For us, because we can be active, that's what we're going to do. I'll come back to BlackBerry. It was that break at 18. Now it's just barcoding, consolidating here. If it can't hold 75, same thing. I'll wait back into 75, or sorry, 17 even. The breakout was good, fair enough. If it goes back into 17, I want a better price. I want that better long, so we'll wait for that.
I'm just looking here because I do have Rocket options that we're going to try to sell right now. $20 calls on Rocket. Hell yeah. We excited, baby. Rocket, a nice little move to the upside here. That 4+, well, it was just 4%. Now we're up to 3%, but it does make that nice move upside there. So thanks for pointing it out, everybody on the chat there, as we'll wait to see if we can get out of some of these calls on Rocket, man. And yeah, we're getting giddy. This is just the kind of day that it's been, man. We're loving it here, and I hope you guys are as well. 10:35. Check back in on the likes. If you're just joining us for the first time, please, let's turn this into 3K right now. 2.9, over 7,000 people watching. Fantastic. Thank you so much for the support. And again, you know, let's just see. If we can get that to 3, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Valeria has does you have an animation? A new one, I think, at 3. You do. So she wants to hit the animation. So let's get that for her. Right now, guys, let's just review what we have. We're pretty light, 117 trades today. Tilray, long, 20 cents in the money. Ford, long, 80 cents in the money. If I can hit diamond hands for anything, let's do it for Ford, 80 cents in the money. Or let's do it for the bear. You know, we coming in on this. Bed Bath & Beyond. You know, you want to, I mean, again, if you're joining us again for the first time, fantastic. But check out this, guys, on our sticky note right there. We just put that live for you up on the chat. Bed Bath & Beyond. Yesterday bottoms, 37 break, guys. Let's go with that one. Take out low 55. I mean, everything's on here on the sticky note today. It didn't have a lot of names, but we talked about being very, very specific. And as you can see, guys, paying off dividends right now on Bed Bath & Beyond, guys. Big time trading over here. We just love the show. And I think we just hit 3K.
There we go. That's what we like to see. And look, I'm on BlackBerry over here just to see if it breaks that 1875. I got a reload on AMC in front of that fresh little low, and it's held 48.50 a couple of times here. If it can do it one more time, we like it. So I got 49.78. It gets a north side of 50. Of course, I'm taking profit off on that one. But here, 48.50. If this breaks, we'll take probably our first long hit on the stock, and then look for this back to the 42, 46 area. You know that's going to be a good one. BlackBerry does break to the downside, so I'll take that one off. I only want to be sort of digging in and holding into one of these at a time, guys, especially when they start to get to that downside. You know it can start to get very, very rapid. Yeah, there goes. What was that? Oh?
Yeah, it's AMC.
The AMC. I mean, AMC just broke that 48.50, so now I'm waiting. It is all about that 42 to 46 area. That was the real go zone before. I think it can be again.
Yeah, we just got out there. We're going to take another long if it does break back up. So again, we're trying to hold some of these longs and then try to hit them back on the upside to try to scalp again. But again, there's that level that we gave you guys over and over again. Neil talking about it there as well at that 48. So, but right now, we'll just keep playing this and wait. I mean, you know, not much to do really on some of these names, so we'll have to wait for it. But AMC is coming to the downside. Just trying to find some levels for you here. 40. I mean, I like a 48 break back upside, so we'll wait to see on that. But some of these lows right now, it just ticked out 47.50. It's bouncing off right now. You can see that up here. So 47.50, we did tick low. We were short in this whole move, so that was good. But I guess this level here, 40, yeah, like 46.50 maybe, needs to be held now. So there we go. We're long again, 48.60. Let's see what happens. It just tried to go there. So long 48.60 now on AMC. We'll see what happens here. That's a long 48.60. It's at 48.70, 49. Okay, so maybe if this gets back to the 50, we'll scalp a bit out.
And a breaking view up in the GTT, which is part of this group. It broke $4 even. That's also view up with the pullback happening in AMC. As long as some of these names are sort of trending back to the downside, you start to look at the smaller cap ones. Means a few that are already small cap to the reverse side of the trade. I would have loved it if it broke 5 and you could have that reversal. But if it can maybe make this hold at around 4 even, this would be where I'd start to hunt out that short side trade. I mean, you can see where we sort of leaned into has been AMC and then Workhorse earlier. I do want to get involved in GTT, one of those small caps that we're comfortable with, and now is the time to think through that. As we send you to Brendan for the sector watch, it is already 10:40. Time flies.
Hey guys, yeah, let's have a look at the overall S&P 500. Worth noting what else is going on in the market. We are 0.7% to the downside currently for the S&P. Pretty red board here right across the entire group. Worth noting the energy sector, one standing out in positive territory, not only in positive territory, but 3 days in a row, remember, for energy stocks along with oil. Here's Ford, 6.1%. GM 6.05%. So GM has the positive news. Ford makes the bigger move today to the upside. So the automobile group in the industrial sector moving to the upside, or consumer discretionary, I should say, moving to the upside. Retail, consumer services, consumer durables, all in negative territory. So this group overall, the discretionary consumer stocks in negative territory, along with tech stocks. Yeah, we saw the NASDAQ leading more than a full percent to the downside. Semiconductors are all red. The hardware equipment makers pretty much all red. Software names as well. NTAP, the only one standing out there, 2.2%. To the upside. Far corner over here, real estate, communication, financial stocks also. I mean, pick a group, it's going to be red. The travel group, worth noting, all back to the downside. We've had 2 or 3 days of nice gains for this group. So here's all the airlines here, hotels in there as well for negative stocks so far today. Only positivity really right here in the energy sector, guys, for the overall market, about 0.7 to the downside for the S&P. Back to you.
All right, we just to go back on AMC, because I think this is obviously going to be a big trade here for me again on AMC. Let's see if we can get some. Is it going to halt? I don't know what this is going to do. Let's see if we get some out though. Again, if we can, offering 48.95s. We're long 47.80 there. So we'll see. There it is. So we're out there again, another spot. Now we'll hold on to half, guys. We've just been buy. I gave you that 46.50 level. That didn't break. So that was our hold. So there's the dip buy, 47.50. You can see me in this, and now we're ripping to the high side here. We're almost at our highest spot again for the day. As there we go. Let's go. We're getting excited now on AMC as, right back down and right back up. There it is. Yes, sir. Dap it up again. What a good long again. This is another $3 winner here on AMC. So let's see how high it wants to fly now. We're at our highest spot of the day, including a $3.50 short right now on Bed Bath & Beyond. We may just get out of this at $33.50. If it breaks back above, let's get out. And there goes everything, man. We loving it right now, guys.
And there goes Workhorse again. Now, this is obviously off of an obvious level. $15. I took some out on the original long 14s, 14.25s. It dipped into this price. You get another move down at the same time as AMC is making that turn. I'm back to 50. Workhorse, the bottom picker that I like. We go that 15.25 to the long side. Another entry point at 30s, which is what I have now. If it gets up to 16, fantastic. We can rinse and repeat this action. As long as we're holding below VWAP, it's got to be buying those dips, because the breakouts aren't there anymore, guys. It's all about buying the dip if you can find it. Workhorse has been a good one. It has its own news, of course, as well, and the EV space giving it some juice. So these these squeeze stocks, some of them have a little bit more to it and are finding some support at levels with some actual institutional and algo orders as well. Look, reality, you're not getting 180 million shares on AMC and 77 million shares on Workhorse strictly by retail. The algos are having a good fun game with this, and certainly the exchanges are winning big time with all of this volume. This is why you have to take advantage of, guys, and this is why we're here, showing level 2, showing you the games that are being played sometimes on these. And you saw that big seller on Workhorse, which gave us a nice winner. We'll take out another leg here, rinse and repeat, get that 50-cent win, and I still want to get that GTT at some point. It just hasn't given me an entry, guys, not yet.
Man, things going well, guys. There it is. Okay, so Bed Bath & Beyond, we waited for that. It does break above 50, so there it is. That's our $3 in change, $3.23 winner there. That's more than 10%, or that's about 10%, I mean, considering the price now, of the stock. And then also, so that's a $3.20 winner there, just taken out, and exactly a now it's $3.50 winner we have on board right now with AMC. Give it to him, Bren.
The latest edition, possibly, this RA Medical. Lots of people talking about this one currently. Was just going to double check. Yeah, I don't see anything actual happening with this, but 30% here. It did halt up there at 540, resumed, got sold pretty hard. But RA Medical, guys, about 20% I see on the short side.
Well, they all have short interest. Why not? Look, we like halts. I think at this particular time of the day, if you guys don't know about NASDAQ, trader.com and their trade halt page, you should be all over that just to find some actionable names there. And that's how I'm going to, I usually monitor for them as well. Of course, a little bit preoccupied. When we get that halt trade, this is one I should obviously usually have here, and you get that reopen and that fail, but you get the bounce, and that's the key, the bounce off of VWAP. If it wants to retest that top, there's always part 2, or deux if you're French. I'm not. We're looking at 525 to 530 off a 550 top on that RMED, and that's over in the Amex, of course. I did finally get into GTT. It's trying to test this 4 even area. VWAP sits at 404, 405, so still has to break that. I started at 95s. I have not added to that position yet, but finally into GTT after the entire morning looking for a spot. Brendo?
Interesting note just released from that S3 Partners for those watching AMC. So S3 Partners, the data provider, just came out saying AMC shorted shares ended the day yesterday 89.98 million. That compared with 90.8 on Tuesday. So slight decline yesterday over Tuesday, guys.
All right, so that's maybe enough to maybe just get me out here if we break through 50 here. I don't even really know what that means, other than the fact that there's still huge amounts of short interest. We just ripped up to 51.50. There it is. So there we go. We got out. So good out there. Not a great out because I mean, it's good considering it's going downside, but we definitely give up some profits there as it does tick around 51.50, and then we eventually get that 50 break. So downside there, but still, man, nice trading on AMC today. That's for sure. Very, very bumbled up. Neil has more direct trades, and maybe he'll probably have the trade of the day. I have so many fills here that it's very hard to see, but these are all buys and these are all outs. So it's been good, and then some shorts here. That was a short covering as well. So it's been a big day for us. We did cover that Bed Bath & Beyond at 33.60, so that was a good out. And the only thing we have on right now, it's small on Tilray, but we have it, so we got to talk about it. It fell back down, so you got to, every time Tilray gets up, we talk about knocking it back down. So these are not going to be, we're not going to hold on to anything too crazy here, but I don't mind it if it wants to go again. So maybe a breakthrough VWAP of 2080 on Tilray could be taken, and then we're just cruising right now with these on Ford. Big time upside move there.
And thank you. I'll give you a fist bump for that one, Sean, as I had to quickly get for 3 cents a share. Thank you, Day Trade the World. That RMED was pumping back. And I was talking about second shot at that high of day, that 550. As it gets into the 30s, I wanted to have an actionable trade there. So I was able to quickly get those locates. Man, that is a fast system. Thank you, Metro. 530, almost on a T here. I got 27s. If it pops higher, I only want to get more shares closer to the 550. That's obviously going to be where I would place my stop order, guys. So, 550 is that high of the day. Of course, it's really, really good if you can catch it off that, halt reopen. That's a trade that I obviously am going to favor and going to like. But beggars can't be choosers. I missed that. Brennan brought us the news. I still have an actionable trade on that second little push there, guys. So I do have RMED to the short side. Workhorse is still a bit of a long. Flip. There we go. Workhorse is still a bit of a long, but it's sort of barcoding Workhorse. You kidding me? But that's lower than VWAP. It barcoded at 16 or above there. This time it's down at 15.75, so still in the money off of 15.30 long. But you're getting close to lunchtime. You're starting to think about, are you going to get from 14 to 18 at this time of day? Probably not. Are you going to get this move of 15.30 when it went to 17? I only held for halfway. Probably not. If you can only get 50, 60 cents, maybe you take some of that. These are set up, and I'm talking about across the board here, that if you start barcoding and consolidating, those 1:30, those 2 p.m. breaks, 2:30 breaks, the after show, which is coming, will be back at 3:15. Some of those breakouts are fantastic, so you take smaller winners now, maybe a few more active trades at lunchtime off levels you like, and then come back. Don't throw away your profit because you want to hit it hard for that close, and we will, Sean.
Yeah, oh yeah. We're not going anywhere, that's for sure. But this $50 is also not going anywhere. It's been tried to break it. I've just been sitting here watching it. We're long at just above 50, and we want to take a break. If it goes, there we go. We've got to get out. So it breaks 49.50. We get out. That's fine. We saw that resisting that 50 level. So that obviously should have been a short there through 50. So let's try a small short now. And then if we break above 50, then so be it. And we'll get out of that break. But now we're going to watch to see if it goes. If it breaks, like I said, if it breaks above 50, then we have to get out of this trade. So we'll wait to see if it does happen. But for right now, doesn't want to. So we're going to go short now off that 50. So right now we're trying it. Brendan the GOAT, what's up?
Because Brendan brought us RMED, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Look, monitor that hull page, but I say you got to monitor the hull page. You don't. If you're here, you basically have Brendan doing that work for you, and we're going to give you the names that are active. This is why we have that you tune in at 8:30. So we'll give you all those active names. But real time, no one was watching RMED here. I don't even know the name of the bloody company because I forget it. It was like 5 minutes ago. That's how crazy today has been. But we got the setup that we liked. And that's what it's all about. It comes right back into, now not VWAP because 477 it turned, Am I going to sit there and be too greedy not to take some out at 490 when we got a short off of 520, 527, and I wanted more 30s, guys? Of course, going to take profit off a little more shallow. If it breaks 77, I want to hold to this cluster. This was a pre-market high at 450. And then you get this secondary break at 465. So that's your ultimate target area. You likely expect some barcoding if it gets here, if not at VWAP. So another 20, 30 cents or so will be out of RMED. Quick in and out. Of course, we're fortunate to be able to get those locates. I understand not everybody can short every name out here. Sometimes you really don't want to, and we've been picking our spots because shorting today, unless it's in Bed Bath & Beyond, I don't know what else was that good. No, C3AI was a good short at one point.
Yeah, BlackBerry was good short. There's just been a few, but
some.
You have to pick your poison for those trades for sure. Okay, so here we go. We've averaged into the position now on AMC. So let's see if it gives us a little bit of a win. And we're short now. Whoops, we're short now 49.28. So if we could take a bid now, we'll do that, and then we'll just see where we go from here. So 49.28 is a short here on AMC. Yep, there it is. We're waiting for that 50 break. If it breaks, we have outs. It's no problem, but we will try to take $1 or so on this short right now. So let's see how far it goes down. There it is. We just take a piece out right there at 48.50. So now we can hold the rest and see if it does take out some of these bottoms off of a short. We've identified that it's holding this 50 level, guys. So here it comes right to the downside. Another $1.50 winner on AMC. Holy crap. This has been a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and the fun's just about to start. I mean, there's more coming, guys. Down to 48.47, a $2 winner now on AMC, guys. Good trade off that 50. Give it to him, Bren.
All right, guys, real quick look at currency markets so far today. We're getting a big move in the U.S. dollar back to the upside after that private payrolls number we got this morning, the ADP number, much higher than expected ahead of, remember, tomorrow, the non-farm payrolls number. So a lot of these going to be in negative territory so far today. 0.6 for the euro to the downside, 0.6 for the Canadian dollar to the downside, back to 82.5 here for the CAD. British pound about 0.5% to 141 still for the British pound. Look at Australia and New Zealand, both full percent moves in negative territory on the stronger U.S. dollar. Turkey 1.2% higher. Some volatility coming back into play here. Crypto's not really doing much. We are holding that 38.5 area for Bitcoin, guys. Back over to you.
$3 in the money now as we just, keep watching AMC, man. Oh, that's Palantir right now. We switched over to that. But we keep watching AMC now as it's just down, down, down. We talked about, we're short 49.47 right now. So this is another $3 winner for us on this name. We're crushing this today. But we can't hold forever, can we? Or maybe we can. I don't know where to get out of these names. You've seen me struggle with that today, trying to hold for monsters, and then we get them, and then I wind up losing a little bit on these. So let's wait to see if it comes up. We'll take out a 47. There it goes, man. This is going to be hopefully a $4 winner. We're short at 49.50. Here's $4 right now. 45.50. We're still remember we got this one. So here it comes to the downside.
I'm targeting long in front of 45. I'm only going by the theory of that hold into that halt, potential halt downside. That's a 50 to 45 move. I feel like if it breaks 45, it should be halting. And there's been buyers in front of some of these halts. So we'll see if that can hold true here.
We'll take $4 on that one as the bears, guys. I mean, this is what's coming out there. That's a $4.25 win right there on AMC. $4.25 on that name. So, yeah, AMC now all my stock. AMC is my number one stock, but BlackBerry has been absolutely destroyed today by both of us, I think. Bed Bath & Beyond, monster trade. This 37 was an absolute monster. So we talked about that from yesterday. And again, we could sit here and just trade AMC, but look at this. Look at these levels here. 37s, man. I mean, that's exactly what we looked at right there. Yesterday's bottoms, 37, held. We see that opportunity. We go short, and then we just get cash on that. So we're at our highest spot of the day. And yeah, man, it's just been hot fire. I don't know what Bitcoins are doing, but you don't need to worry about crypto when you got this kind of stuff happening. It's been just a monster. And you want to talk about an out. I think Neil went long, but look at this. Oh, yeah. Look at this out there, guys. 45.20, 45.11 or something was our out there. Now up to 47. Good trade there. Neil with the long as well. Great day today, guys.
Guys, before we get out of here, remember what we talked about when this first started at the beginning of the week? When this thing settles down, it was resisting halts all day long. And obviously after all this move, you get tons of action here for about 2 hours or so, an hour and a half, where there's no halt trading. You get a 50 rollover. What's 10% from that 50 in a couple of minutes? It's 45. Yelled it out, 45, resists the halt. That was the bottom. Quick scalp into 47 even. It's not that it's free money, but history likes to repeat itself. That happens often, especially when algos are controlling the stock. Brendo?
I sent this out in the pre-market, guys. We were looking at this stock yesterday. BCTX was a big mover, if you remember yesterday. Was halted pre-market for news pending. Ends up being a private placement, so 27.2 million. Just resumed and immediately halted again. So BCTX halted again up on that private placement news. While we're here, why don't we have a look at what is coming up as far as earnings are concerned. Join us this afternoon. We'll talk about this again, but we're back 3:15 this afternoon. There we go. Some earnings for tomorrow.
I mean, Lululemon there on the left. I mean, I like CrowdStrike. I talked about why we didn't like FireEye, so I like CrowdStrike. I mean, all those names. Looks like another big day, but I already know what I'm going to be trading tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously, you know we're going to be back. These aren't going anywhere, any of these stocks. You know, whether it's your short squeeze names, your AMC is going to still be in play, BlackBerry is still going to be in play, Workhorse is still going to be in play. You know what's all about.
Again.
I don't know if 45 is coming back in again. I'm holding the last third of my position. This RMED probably, I mean, I don't know. I probably won't trade this one, but it did roll over, and I did get out. We talked about that target range, 450 to 465. That's me getting out at 67. So thank you again, Brennan, for that. AMC for now is now the second time it's held 45. Now keep in mind that resisting the halt's only good for the, you know, when it can halt in that 5 minutes of a 10% move. That's no longer the case. It blows through here, and you're probably hunting 47 down to like 42 and change. So, you know, you got to reevaluate that plan. If 45 breaks, I'm hands off, take it out. The last entry was 45.50. We'll get out of that trade for a small hit, and then look for that deeper level down in on AMC. Man, only 3 minutes to go. Crazy.
Yeah, and guys, I just want to let you know, like, we do have a lot of likes, but if you haven't hit it yet, if you could please do it now as we're getting ready to close the show. Would like to get this a little bit higher. Like, look, there's going to be traders that I guess make more money than us, but like, 2 negative days in like the last 40 trading days and hosting the show and showing you guys every single trade that I'm making. So, I mean, if you can please hit the like or follow on Insta, follow on Twitter. We're just trying to get the show more popular because, again, we don't charge anything. So if you could do that again, and then again, you know, send me somebody that maybe I can follow that has that kind of success as well, because we always try to learn off of each other, guys. We're learning off of you, but it's been such an incredible run. I said the thing 10 negative days this year. I'm going to count how many days there were, and I'm going to find out that number for you exactly. But it's been so hot fire, and you know, just again, thank you so much, guys, for everything that you're doing. We love you more than you love us, so that's why we keep doing the show over and over again. AMC does crack that 45. That's why we didn't get in again, man. The pressure is way too strong to the downside. We're going to hold out on this, put the money that we've made in our pocket, and then come back, guys, for you. I like DocuSign. Remember how we crushed Snowflake off that? We won on Zoom for very, very similar. So let's just see what Docu has in store for us tomorrow. I like DocuSign. And again, it's probably going to get beat up because a lot of people don't believe that this name is like, it's a reopen name. They don't think that it is, right? Because now that you're reopened, people can sign papers and everything at home. But I'm going to tell you, man, a lot of these new technologies, people are adopting them. So, like, don't sleep on a lot of these names. With that being said, I just want to check back on Zoom. Like, Zoom's not moving. Ever since I made this call, I said don't sleep on earnings, and it's right here, man. It hasn't done absolutely anything since earnings. We did get as high as 340, I guess, which was nice. That hit that yesterday. So we're getting some nice calls on Zoom. We've had some big winners for you, and I hope you're enjoying yourself as we get ready to wrap this up.
And I'll give you one bungle that I said 42s for that potential bounce here on AMC. There was the halt down price at 43.38, and that's exactly where it opened up on that reentry. And then, of course, the long off 46. It turned off that level instead. So, you know, there was another, you know, the 10% down. There are those to watch out for, those pre-open, so these pre-halt prices, and then the reopen prices as well. So 43.30 ended up being significant level instead. I mean, the algos are being very, very simplistic with some of these trading. One more thing before we get out of here temporarily, because we have our Day Trade the World coming up on charting, and then we're back at 3:15. But Ms. V, what national day is it today, besides AMC Day?
Hey guys, what a wonderful start of this day. We couldn't break 3,000 likes level for so long, guys, and thank you so much. You brought us there. You are our main motivation, and as Sean said, we love you so much. Well, we'll see you in the afternoon, and happy National Chocolate Macaroon Day, everyone.
You know I'm not huge on macaroons, believe it or not. Not to be like, this is the first thing I'm going to be negative about today, and that's going to be macaroons are a little bit overrated. I got to say it. It is what it is, man. They're decent. They're okay. It's never my go-to, Sean. Never.
No, I don't know if it's anybody's go-to, but it is nice to have a nice little macaroon, and we'll be buying some of those. Probably not, but look at the NASDAQ making moves backside. We like macaroons. Valeria, you like those? You've never had one, let's be honest.
Why? Of course I have macaroons.
All right, Valeria.
What am I, from Russia?
Oh, yeah, okay, they're popular in Russia. Sorry, I didn't know that. Okay, guys, Brendan, it's been a big show, guys. Thank you for everything. The NASDAQ making moves back. Miss V loves some cookie, so that's obviously a good sign as well. But join us for the after show, and Neil's going to do a little sales pitch right now on charting. So join us for that as well if you're interested in the Day Trade the World family.
Exactly. This is a platform we use every single day. That's why we try to show you guys, a fantastic sponsor, show you what those pay for shorts. It's been an unbelievable one, guys. Right down the line, starting with Ms. V, even though she's not in the shot. We all love her.
Shots.
There she is. Now you're in camera, Ms. V. Oh, she ain't happy, Lucas. It's all fun around here, guys. For Brendan Wickens, John Katina, I'm Neil Roberts. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Trader TV Live. We'll see you at the close. Stick around for some Day Trade the World action.